It's time for some hostile therapy.
All right, there we go. Mike had to be muted for a little bit. There we are on Hostile Therapy with Big Red. Got the man over here to the right of me, my left up here.
Oh yeah.
Gotta get his mic fixed there. We got Tim over here.
What's up, everybody?
Doing okay. Make sure the mic sounds good over here. Yeah, we're good, man. How you been, man?
Man, shoot. Like a wise man told me, I can't call it with a cell phone, brother.
Was this the phone company?
Nah.
Trying to get their money?
Nah. Actually, dude, man, I met out there in DC, man.
He told you about it?
Yeah.
Old wise man who was probably trying to get some money out of you.
Yeah, man. And then you hear some go-go in the background.
That sounds like Washington, so yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You probably were in the right place.
Yeah.
All right, shit. Well,
yeah, I'm good though, man.
You
How
good?
about you?
I'm not Darius Jackson, so I'm good. I'm not Joe Smith,
Man.
so I'm good. Didn't get no tickets at Lauryn Hill concert, so I'm good.
That Joe Smith.
I really don't understand what is the purpose behind marriage when it comes to people like that. Like, If in case you haven't heard, most people do not probably know who Joe Smith was prior to this incident because he was not a prominent NBA player. He was an okay player. I think he was the #1 pick, I think, from the Maryland Terrapins out of college. And no one has really heard from him for well over a decade. And all of a sudden, his wife
want to be outside.
His wife, who he tried to bring from the outside, the streets is what they call it. He tried to bring her from the streets to the inside in a safe place. She wants to go back to the streets. She created OnlyFans and didn't tell him, so they say. Didn't tell him. He shows like he was shocked on the video. He was pissed that she didn't tell me at OnlyFans. I don't even know if that even matters. That matters, but why in the world would you have an OnlyFans in a relationship or a marriage?
She said the money was falling down, so that's her excuse.
I mean, can she do something else? There's nothing else you can do. I guess, like I always said, people go to the path of least resistance. So you can sell your body, you can make easy money. That's where you're gonna go to if there's no resistance there to be made. So people are gonna go to what works best for them. I mean, she was a porn star before that.
That's why I blame him too.
Yeah,
I blame him too.
Yeah.
Because come on, bro. Come on, bro.
But
now, don't get me wrong, people change, man, but
sometimes people change.
You can only put up a front for so long.
But she like 40 plus now, right?
That's even worse.
Man. I mean, you gonna go get a OnlyFans now? And to me, that's just
I can check.
OnlyFans is to me just another form of pornography. I mean, when people don't want to admit it. You know, that's the reason why they were almost gone 2 years ago, because investors were like, well, we want to try to go a different route. We want to go a cleaner route. All those people start crying and like, what are we going to do? We're going to take our OnlyFans. We're going to have to actually go to work now. People were crying about that. And feminists were saying that this is sexist, that they're taking away OnlyFans. Like, wow, this is the society we're living in right now, where people are fighting for pornography.
That's crazy. The internet ain't gonna tell me her age. You know, she trying to keep that undercover.
It should be too far. We'll just say I'm gonna say she's in the mid-40s.
Yeah. I mean, you know, still too old, man.
She reminded me she could have played Adina Howard in a made-for-TV movie about her life. She resembles, I don't know, something about her just gives me Adina Howard vibes. You know who Adina Howard is, right? Freak like me, Adina Howard, early 1990s.
Wow.
Got a lot of guys through their teen years. She was OnlyFans in a music video for a lot of people. Now, not saying for me, but probably. Not saying for me, but probably. You know, I think about 95, 96, she, had that big hit and a couple more hits after that. But, we're going to talk about them later. They ain't the main person we're going to speak on. We'll talk about it a little bit later. The first person we're going to speak on is somebody who did not make music like Adina Howard. She made a classic album, 1998. She made a hit album called The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I was in high school then. Where were you at the time?
Man, I was legit. I was a little kid, man.
You getting in trouble at that time?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, so how you gonna go? Nah.
I think about it. The butt whoopers. Flashbacks.
The butt whoopers happened. Wow, you were getting the butt whippings, men and women. See, this is how you know you a great artist, when you cross gender lines, racial lines. Michael Jackson, great artist. Everybody loved him. Not putting her on the level of Michael Jackson, but when you make great music, everybody can enjoy it, no matter where you're from. And everyone loved Michael Jackson, no matter race, gender, creed, religion, whatever. This album, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, was a classic album that has not been duplicated. But that's the problem. That's the only album Lauryn Hill has made. It's the only album that she has made, even really attempted. I'm not counting those MTV Unplugged albums. The last studio album she made 25 years ago. That's a quarter of a century. Like Biggie and Pac lived a full life in that amount of time since she has made that album. 25 years.
Did she ever explain why she didn't make another?
I've heard different things. I've heard that she even says it on this rant that, no one came to her to make the second album. She got a lot of lawsuits, I know, with the first album, because she didn't give credit to a lot of the composers and the musicians. She took a lot of the credit for herself, from what I've heard, and she got sued for it for not putting credits in the linear notes in the album. And so from what I've heard from a lot of people that have gone to concert, she wasn't able to play the actual song. She was able to play, like, you do karaoke and they play the song, but it's not the song, but it sounds like
it's a duplicate beat.
Yeah. So she does that, from what I've heard, a lot of times at the concerts.
I bet people be like, what?
Yeah, but people love the album so much, they're willing to still go there because the voice is still there.
It's still on here.
Right. But it's still one album, which either tells you how great she was, or she lives in her own hubris to where she doesn't think she needs to do anything else. Because her problem, from what I've heard from a lot of people, is that she shows up late, like 2 hours.
So this ain't the first time.
Oh no, this is, I've heard this for at least well over a decade. Dang. She shows up 2 hours, 3 hours. I've even heard 4 hours late. People traveling all from all around the country.
Do she have people like featuring, like, in the?
I've heard no. No, that's from what I heard. No, she just.
That's like having a comedy show and you have featured comedians, and then you the headliner. So she don't have. She's the only one.
From everything I've heard, yes.
That's crazy.
From everything I've heard, yeah.
3 hours.
Yes, and it's for an album that you fully cannot sing.
Come on,
that you can't do the original work.
Yeah.
So how great is that?
Come on,
man. Yeah. So
if people ain't hard-earned money paying to come see you,
getting babysitters.
Come on, man.
Like I said, getting babysitters. Getting tickets, calling out of work, probably lying about being sick, not to go into work. being seen on this video screen. Like I thought that dude was sick, and how he ended up showing at the show. But yeah, that's the basis of it. So let me see if I can find that video quick, and I'm gonna show you how she reacted at one of the concerts she was at, and yeah, we're gonna see.
But this is recent.
Yeah, this is recent. It's like I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay,
let's see. Pop it up right quick.
She's late to lunch. Yo, y'all lucky I make it on this blood rise stage every night. I don't do it because they let me do it. I do it because I stand here in the name of God and I do it. Okay. God is the one who allows me to do it. Who surrounded me with family and community. When there was no support, when the album sold so many records, and no one showed up and said, hey, would you like to make another one? So I went around the world, and I played the same album over and over and over and over again. Because we're the survivors. And we're not just the survivors, we're the thrivers.
Yeah, so she seems to be entitled to say, y'all lucky that I even showed up. Y'all lucky that I even showed up. But see, she gonna keep doing stuff like that because people gonna keep showing up.
As you can see. Yeah. And they hype the momentum up, you hear the crowd cheering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like, a preacher in church preaching back to the choir. Y'all know I'm right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Most of them people were probably pissed that she didn't show up because the way she sounded, the way she said her speech, they're like, man, we ain't got nothing to do but agree. Yeah. That's Miss Hill, which she likes to be called. You call her Miss Hill. Wow. I've heard people she got a lot of people mad at her for making them address her as Miss Hill. Wow. Yeah, so what do you think?
But I guess to be fair in her case, I guess we can go back to the Fugees too. Mm-hmm. I guess look at that work too.
That's only one album, really. I mean, there's two, technically, but no one on people remember one. That's the story.
Yeah. And there's only so many hits that we remember. One time.
What's the classic album?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Great.
Sure.
Love it.
La, la.
But you can't live off of that forever, though.
But, you talking about 20, 30 years in.
Yes. Yeah. Like Beyonce,
right?
2 decades worth of hits. Usher, 2 decades worth of hits. Yeah.
The Beehive is strong, man. The Beehive. They got a lot of material.
Right. Yeah. Like I'm not a Nicki Minaj fan, but I'm sure she got more hits than one album.
You got a category.
You got a category. Tupac been dead for.
But he got more
35 years or so. What, 35, 37 years, something like that. Yeah. Got way more out. If he just said, hey, I'm gonna come back. Y'all thought I was dead. Really, I'm alive. He decided to come back now. He got more albums, way more songs he can do a concert with. Yeah. Not even counting features that he could do right now. Is Lauryn Hill entitled with how she acts and saying these people should be just happy that she shows up to these concerts?
You know what it is, man. People love that album so much. Mm-hmm. It's just like, not getting off the subject, but like Andre, I don't know if it's today or tomorrow. Andre 3000. Yeah. But they love Andre so much. You feel me? Right. It's like they don't care if it's just one track, the whole album, just but they love them. They gonna respect it. And I think that's what it is with Lauryn Hill. They love Lauryn Hill so much because they love that album so much. And I get it, like you said, it's a classic, bro. But it's like at the same time, like we human just like you. Like, come on, man. We paid our money to come see you. I don't even know how much was the tickets,
I don't know. Too much. I'm not paying.
I don't think it's Beyonce concert tickets money.
Oh,
is it up there?
I don't know. What the price? Price? Oh no.
Okay.
I doubt it.
Yeah, because I heard about that.
I doubt it. I don't think that.
It was some income tax money spent on it.
Oh yeah. There were some people paying thousands. There were people paying to sit behind the stage where they couldn't see her. They could just hear her. So people paying an arm and a leg for that. I don't think they're Lauryn Hill prices.
Okay, because I was about to say if it was like that, she triple. But even still, it don't matter if it's $10. Just taking the time to come see you, and you ain't really done no work, and like you said, about over 2 decades, man. That's wild. That's wild, man. We got a lot of, it sounds like you got a lot of, well, I would say yes men, but like yes men, yes women around because of how, I guess, great that album was and how much people love it. But Lauryn Hill, you know what? Hey, who are we to sit here and dictate and judge you off of one album? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I just feel like, I don't care how big. It's like, we do comedy. I don't care how big I get. I still want to respect people. And, they taking their time to come see me. Like, for example, J. Cole, man. Shout out to Cole. Fayetteville's own. He be having concerts and, you know what I'm saying? He take the time to, he see people less fortunate, man. Hey, come on, man. On him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, man, a couple years back, you remember when Charlotte had the NBA All-Star Weekend?
Right.
When he performed, I read in an article, man, he had a couple people come in the show for free, man, because, that's what he do. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about just being human at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And Lauryn Hill, she got to, be humble. Like, hey, these people, they came out to come see you. At least be, humble and be respectful to come at a decent time.
I think just because people worship celebrities too much like God.
Yeah.
That they'll let stuff like that slide.
Yeah. Right. I don't know why, but in my head is popping a Kanye for some reason. Kanye is popping in my head right now.
What the entitlement part?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. For sure. Especially when he was running. Well, I think he's supposed to be running again for president. Especially when he had that run.
I don't know if he's doing it now. I don't hear
2024.
I don't know if I don't hear much from him now. I mean, he's been quiet for a while, but I don't know. It's like I heard The Rock was going to run for president, but he's been kind of quiet.
Rock bottom.
Rock bottom gasoline prices. The war in Iraq and stuff like that. He's gonna rock bottom taxes.
Come on.
The Russian war, he's gonna rock bottom the people over there.
People elbow.
Hamas.
Come on. You imagine that him winning an election? Come on.
Oh, you know that's what he would do. As soon as he would win, he got to do the facial features.
What America is cooking. Stone Cold, right?
Yeah, he'll interrupt the whole thing, right?
Somebody give me a dang beer.
But the reason why that's such a dangerous thing, because of Kanye, because he brought it up, because people will worship him. They ain't gonna look at what he's running on,
right?
Or The Rock,
right?
Most people are not gonna look at it. It's like, oh man, I grew up with him, man. And he fought my favorite people and stuff. And the thing with Lauryn Hill, and this is why it's so dangerous to worship people like that, is good and well. Mm-hmm. Let's put this in any other perspective. Lauryn Hill said, y'all lucky I showed up, right? like this is her job. If you were to do that at your job, and they say, y'all lucky I showed up today. Like it's only because of God I showed up today. What you think your employer gonna say?
Hey, give me at the time I was working at Walmart distribution. Give me a badge.
Yeah.
give me a badge and just walk on out the doors. Go on walk. Hey, it was a pleasure having you.
Yeah.
You just a number. In that field, you just a number.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's exactly it. So you don't respect people when you think you're up here.
Right.
You're everybody to me anyway is on equal plane. You just have a talent that people elevate above everyone else.
Right.
Nobody puts doctors that high up and they save people's lives.
Yeah.
But because you can sing or rap greatly or put a basketball through a hoop, people will put you above everyone else. So their respect level is different. And I think that's wrong.
Right.
I think that's definitely wrong.
You know, don't get me wrong. Media definitely has a big part of that pushing. You know, that, you know, these entertainers in our face, that the way they do. You know what I'm saying? I know we were just talking about earlier, like they push a Sexy Red down our, like, come on, man, our face like crazy. They want to make sure the whole world know. And it's like no hate, man, but it's like I seen somebody made a post like, okay, cool, y'all wanna, you know, promote Sexy Red, y'all want to put on a pedestal. Make sure you put another image of Black women too that, you know, are being successful without showing their body and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this be the only image of successful Black women, because it's not. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the entitlement thing, man. That, you know, that's what I think about when she was doing that. You know, like she looking, you know, beneath us, like, you know, looking down on us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better be glad I came in the first place. Regardless how. You said about 3-4 hours, bro.
I've heard her be late for 3. I don't know how late she was this one. I know. I think it was like a couple hours with this one. I mean,
was it a refund? Could get your money back? Cause ain't no way. And like you said, you gotta respect people's time. You don't know how long, like, you know, people pay the babysitters or, you know, watch their kids or whatnot, whatever.
Right.
Or hotel, flight tickets and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You gotta consider all that when people, you know, these entertainers have these shows and stuff, man.
Even if it was free. Again,
facts.
If it was free, if this was your girlfriend, and you said, well, the date is on at 10 p.m. And you show up 3 hours late, how do you think she's gonna react?
Come on, man. Yeah, that's real. And it's not even your fault.
Right.
It's Lauryn Hill.
For once, it's not your fault. Most of the time, it probably is. Even when it isn't, it probably is. But this time, it's not your fault.
What was concerts on that list?
Concerts? What you mean?
On that Cheesecake Factory list, John.
I feel like it was.
Yeah, it feels like it.
I feel like it was.
Yeah.
Got one. Oh, let me add. Oh, there she is. What's up, Sparky T? Can you hear us? I don't know if she can see us or hear us. Can you see us? Can you hear us?
I can hear you. How you doing?
Hey, we doing good.
How you doing?
How you doing? We doing good. How you doing?
Okay. I'm doing okay. Just got back in town yesterday. I had been out of town for a funeral, but I'm doing okay.
Okay, it's good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You know what we're talking about right now?
The piece that Lauryn Hill was talking about.
Yeah, with Lauryn Hill, where she was at a concert. There was a video where she was like basically saying, "Y'all look, I even showed up in there." You know, the only reason I'm here is because God pretty much put me here right now. You know, and people were pissed about it, and you know, basically kind of give a short thing. What we're talking about is one album she made. You know, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, great album, classic album. I still got it. I still got my copy from '98. That's how great it was. You know, anybody can listen to that album, male, female, black or white, don't matter. Great album, but is she a little bit feeling a little bit too entitled to think she could show up late to these concerts and people shouldn't be mad because of that?
Okay.
How would you feel if you showed up to, I don't know if you're a Lauryn Hill fan, but how would you feel if you showed up to a Lauryn Hill concert and she showed up, let's say, 2 hours late?
I thought that was a wonderful album. So I think it's a really good album. I still have my copy also. I would be
It's
pissed the hell off though if I had paid that bread to go and see her and she came 2 hours late.
Come
And to
on,
be
man.
talking about y'all lucky that I showed up. You lucky you still got some damn fans. You ain't had no current album and how much time
Right.
people are spending their hard-earned money to come and see you. Sometimes it's during the week. People got to get sitters. They got a lot of things that people have to do to come and support you. And for you to show up 2 hours late and kind of have an attitude about it, I think that's jacked up. Treating your fans kind of shitty.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
it
Well, I
seems like a
compare.
lot of times when people get to that level, it seems like
Yeah,
they do that though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like it's like when they get to be so big, they kind of lose some of the humility sometimes it seems like, and then they start treating people like shit. But you can't treat your fans like that. You cannot do that.
yeah. Well, I what I compared it to Tim was if this was in any other aspect, if your job, if an employee of yours showed up 2 hours late and said those same exact words to you that Lauryn Hill said, y'all lucky that I even showed up on here. God is the only reason I'm here right now. What would you say to your employee? I mean.
Fire. You're fired.
You better pray to God you find another job.
But I mean, even the whole thing about it's only because of God I'm here. Well, it's only because of God that any of us are anywhere for that matter. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's just because it's you. It's only because God sent you here. Well, shit. All of us are only here because God has allowed us to be where we're at. So don't do that. But just you can't discount people's time. You can't discount people's money. People have spent their money to come and see you. I know it was one lady said she had to leave before she even came on. So you just spent, however much money for her tickets. And then because she's so late, you gotta leave because you gotta go home and get your kids from the center. You ain't heard her sing one damn song.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. If your man showed up late, he said y'all have a date at 8 p.m. and he showed up 2 hours late and he said those same exact words. You may be lucky I even showed up. God is the only reason I'm here right now. Would you be like, oh, okay, well, you got a point. I forgive you.
Red, can you text that same link that you just text me to Trent, or either put it back in the thing? Because he said it must have been an old one because it just kept saying backstage, and that's what he just hit up and said it's just telling me backstage.
Got you. I got you. I just said it to him, but yeah, it's a matter of respect thing, I was telling doctors who said and police officers, whoever save people's lives, don't get that type of respect. Teachers or whatever, and you can't. People will treat them like crap, and they get paid much lower. A lot of these musical artists or actors just think they have a God complex where they feel like they can do these type of things. So like, y'all lucky I even show up, make these type of movies, make these type of albums. So bow to me. Bow to me. I can show up anytime I want to because I've been given this talent that has been ordained, or I am God. Some people they do think they are God, so they can do whatever they want to.
What Roman Reigns said,
acknowledge me. And again, like I say, I love Lauryn Hill, but then it's been 25 years.
One album.
And she only had one album. Great album. Which tells you how great the album was, because people are still willing 25 years later to go see her. But come on. We need something else. Do something else.
You gotta do something else.
Right. But
you gotta be on time.
Yeah, and I don't even think from what I've heard, she don't have futures. So like, at least have a future to kill some time.
What you mean? Like she don't have no open to acts?
Yeah. From what I've heard.
That's the problem. If she has some open to acts, them 2 hours that she coming, she probably used to coming late like that because when she was with the Fugees, I know they had open to acts.
Yeah.
She wasn't used to just going directly on, and I get that, but if you don't have any open to acts now, then you have to adjust accordingly.
Hell, have the Fugees there. Have Pras do his one song. That's speaking of one album. He got one song. Have Wyclef do his albums. He got many albums.
Romans and Jews. What's up, y'all?
What up?
We just come in here talking about Jews.
Romans and Jews. You didn't even hear the Roman part of what I was saying.
I did. I was like,
I get cancer already.
he come on this show just second and ended the whole stream.
Oh man.
Romans and Jews.
Yeah, the cancel committee, man.
I was just reading my Bible. That's all.
I got you. Jews and Gentiles.
All right, that's a hell of a way to come on, LT. Okay,
so LT said, you know, he got to make an entrance.
Oh shoot!
I had to cross over the Straits of Gibraltar and climb over the walls of Jericho to get in this motherfucker.
Damn, didn't we though? We were sitting in the back, just walking around the circle.
I'm just like, I was really walking in the room. Was like, the screen's still black.
Yeah, right, that's what I said. We were just walking around, just waiting.
That probably my bad. I might have a bad stream up there, bad link up there, so I might have sent an old one there. So that was my bad.
All right. That's okay.
LT, you kind of you got some silk pajamas on. What you got on there, man? You got a gold medallion. You look like
mad silk, mad satiny.
You look retro 1970s.
I know, right? One of my birthstones. Fun fact: June is one of the only months that has 3 birthstones, and one of them is Alexandrite, which is a faux emerald color. It could be a faux emerald, it could be red, it could be purple. It's one of the most elusive crystals out there. So I like the emerald shade, like green. June 24th.
Okay. Mine's June 11th.
You look like you should be driving a Cutlass Sierra right now, or a Caprice of some sorts.
I look like one of the. I look like I could be skating ring.
Bow chicka bow bow.
I'm sure you started.
Sweet.
Let me go find his song. LT, I don't know if you okay. We were just talking about Lauryn Hill. Did you see the video with her entitlement at her concert? Did you see the video?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we were talking about. Do you think she has a reason to be able to feel that way? Show up to concerts late, 2 hours, 3 hours, even 4 hours. I've heard late. No opening acts, no futures coming to the concert. And she was basically saying, hey, y'all, lucky I showed up here. And, there's half of people that say they're mad about it, but there's another half that even saying, hey, she made Miseducation of Lauryn Hill 25 years ago, and we should cut her a break. What do you think about the situation with her showing up these concerts? Because she's notorious for it now. She's been doing it, I know, at least well over a decade. I've heard people say she showed up these concerts late. What do you think about the situation?
This is literally, this is her pattern. This is what she does. And I think Lauryn Hill is an amazing artist. And I love the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. It's actually one of my favorite hip hop albums. And I completely get why she only made one album. Because once you get that deep into the industry and see all the evils, all the pitfalls, all the things they make you do to maintain your success outside of just being a good artist, it could literally drive you mad. It could drive you away. It could drive you to Africa like it did Dave Chappelle, or shit like it did Lauryn Hill.
Well, yeah, I think Dave Chappelle came back and made some more concerts.
Yeah.
He was blacklisted for a long time though.
Yeah. So was she. Yeah. Longer than Dave Chappelle, actually.
And coincidentally enough, I used to love watching Lauryn Hill on the Chappelle Show on the little music center or the music part afterwards. Chappelle's Block Party. That was a dope little documentary he did. But I completely agree with Lauryn Hill. Y'all are lucky that I showed up anyway, because there's a reason I left the music industry. There's a reason I'm not on tour every year like a Beyonce. There's a reason I'm not putting out albums consistently, because the industry part of the music drains the person, drains the creativity out of the creative. And literally just the show aspect, especially the way we do shows now, people aren't even showing up to watch. They're showing up with their phones in front of their faces just so they can record. They're kind of detaching themselves just because they want to get an image of this person. And I feel like Lauryn Hill was already on, she was already over and done with this shit when she dropped her first album. Coincidentally enough, she's like an Andre 3000, and Andre 3000 is dropping an album tomorrow. But yes, if that caught you by surprise, you heard it here first. Andre 3000 is dropping an album tomorrow.
It's not a rap album, so don't go there for that.
Oh shit, it's not. I ain't even looked at the interview yet.
Yes,
no. Yeah,
he got me again. He got me.
I feel like it's still gonna be fire. Something tell me it's still gonna be fire.
Nah, fuck that. If it's not a rap album, I want people. If it's not a rap album, I want people to stop saying Andre 3000 is one of the greatest rappers of all time. If it's not a rap, if he don't give me a full body of work where he is displaying his rap prowess, he needs to be removed from people's top tens. I'm sorry. Keep Outkast in your group top 10. Yeah. But Andre 3000 is a solo artist. I cannot put him in my top 10.
But see, that's interesting. You brought up Andre 3000. See, he got burned out from it. He said he had nothing else to say, and he bowed out gracefully. He's not made another rap album or rap. Well, he features every now and then, but he doesn't tour anymore.
Right.
If Lauryn Hill is so drained and so tired, then don't go to work.
Right.
You know, if I were to say that at my job, I am drained, I am tired, boss. I don't feel like going to work, or I'm gonna show up late. I got consequences for that. Yeah. And Lauryn Hill, she hasn't faced any consequences because she got loyal fans that will still show up for her and go to these concerts. I feel if you're that tired, stay home. Enjoy your family.
It's the only artist I know that can clock into work like every 6.5 years, and people still show up. Right? Like,
again, that tells you how great her album
was. But at some
was.
point, is it disrespectful to her fans? To, you know what I'm saying? To have them just waiting 2-3 hours, 4 hours. I mean,
I do
fans
think
are still
there is
coming to support you. Huh?
I said I do think there is an inconsideration on the artist part.
Yeah, and I think that's more what people were saying, just that her behavior is inconsiderate. You know, somebody like we were saying earlier, like one lady was saying she never even got to see her after spending the hundreds of dollars on the tickets because she had to leave early because of her babysitter or whatever, you know, and to treat your fans where, I mean, I get that, like we were saying, we get that God put you there, you know, that you're lucky God put you there, but God put us all where we're at, you know, but it just seems, you know, like you said, a little bit insensitive, a little bit disrespectful, you know, to just make your fans wait like that. And not give a damn about the fact that you're making them wait like that. It's not like it's a one-off. If you was late, it happened once. You was late, shit happens. But when it's just your pattern, and you ain't even got no open acts for them to listen to while they waiting on you, like damn.
All right.
All your snacks gone. All that.
Like she just got
shit, and that's if you were somewhere where they let you get some snacks. Huh?
It seems like she's terrible at touring. Like it's like. She's one of those artists that you could tell she doesn't want to be a world famous artist. Like it's weird. I want to perform for the world. I want my music to reach all the ears of the world, but hating having to be on the world stage, hating having to deal with the world, because to take that out to come to your concert that you are late to and make your fans feel as though they're lucky you even show. That does take a level of it takes a level of it takes a level of knowing you're the shit and knowing that people are going to consistently show up, because she's not the first artist to do this. She won't be the last. Shit, Doja Cat just made a fucking hit single off of her talking shit to her fans on Twitter. Bitch, I said what I said.
But And I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. But none of us can say that when we go to work. Nobody wants to go to work for a job we don't like, but we still got to show up on time.
We don't get paid first. You bought the tickets already. I got paid already.
Right. Well, that's what makes it worse. Because
it makes it worse. But what can you do about it? What can we
not go? Not support her.
Not support her.
No longer go.
Just not support her no more.
Yeah.
Because clearly she don't give a fuck about us, so why you supposed to give a fuck about her? I mean, if she literally is like, y'all lucky I came, you know what I'm saying? That's like, I don't give no fuck about your time. You just lucky I showed the hell up.
Heroes. That's what they tell you. They tell you you should never meet your heroes.
You know,
honestly, I wouldn't go see, even as big as a Drake fan that I was, as big as a Jay-Z fan, I wouldn't pay to go see them in person because the experience that I value is when I can sit with my headphones on and really absorb the message of the music. When I can sit in my car blazing one and I can really, that's how I vibe to music. I like music and me to be intimate. I can't really enjoy the song if I'm in a stadium with 20,000 other people screaming over the song. That's just me personally. I don't need that experience to enjoy the artist.
So would you go to a Lauryn Hill concert?
No. She only has one. It would be a short. She only has one album.
I know.
And it's a great album. It's one of the greatest albums in music history. But yeah, I enjoy it better when I'm walking around my house and it's quiet as shit. It's a nice early rainy morning, and I just got that forgive them. Like it's ambient, it's atmospheric, and I don't need too many people. I don't have to share my musical experience with thousands of strangers. That's just not me. Or even a smaller setting where it's only like maybe a few dozen, like her Unplugged set.
You know what? Maybe that's probably why she shows up so late, because it's 1 hour.
You wouldn't go to no concert at all? So you wouldn't go to no concert, Trent?
It would have to be like the only concert I would go to, and I feel like this is like just super obvious. I would go to a Michael Jackson concert because I feel like that's someone you got to really see.
Yeah.
You know, like an actual performer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't pay to go see Chris Brown. But if Chris Brown was in like Festival Park just dancing, I'd pop up. Dance, you know
what about us? What about us?
What about what y'all? I pop up for that because I know y'all. Oh, you said Usher?
Yeah, Usher. Yeah, Usher. Yeah.
I wouldn't pay for Usher either. Like, I'm because I wouldn't pay to go see these people. Like, I honestly feel like I'm only saying Michael Jackson for nostalgia reasons because I'm a '90s baby.
Oh, right.
But if I saw the prices for Michael Jackson, I'd probably be like, hell the fuck no. I can just watch. I can have Motown 25 on tape.
Yeah. Well, it's the dancing element. I understand. The dancing with Usher and Chris Brown, Michael Jackson. Besides the singing, which you can't get on the album, is the dancing part. Right. Lauryn Hill, to go see Lauryn Hill, it would be the live singing that maybe you wouldn't get off of the album. You get to hear her voice sound just a little bit different in the live session, whatever. If this was me in 2000, I would have probably gone and seen the Lauryn Hill concert. Not for her being this late. That would have worked out. But like I said, 25 years later, I think maybe that's why she shows up so late, is because she only has, I don't know, how long is that album? About 15 songs, I say. About 15 songs. Then you're going to go home very soon.
Interludes.
Say what now?
I said a couple of them songs on there is interludes. They really just...
Oh, yeah. She's going to do that part too. She's going to do the interlude part with the classroom.
That's how I was about to say, the little classroom scene.
Yeah.
He's the kind of, because, and here's, playing devil's advocate, here's why you would go to an artist like Lauryn Hill's concert, because she'll take a 15-second interlude on her album and just like with Unplugged, stretch it into like 7 minutes of some unwritten poetry that she just was thinking of on the way here. She got this man in the back playing the bongos. There's incense going, and like it was only supposed to be 15 seconds. Now it's 7 minutes because she just had some shit to get off. She felt in the moment.
Yeah.
That's what people hope. I feel like that's what people are expecting to get when they go to these concerts. But I feel like, again, for a creative person, you can't do that every single night. Like, that's why I commend a person like Chris Brown or Beyonce or Michael Jackson, who can get up there and bust out them tight dance routines every single night. But for an artist who does spur of the moment creation with their words, with the thoughts that come to their mind, that's not something you can just pull out your ass every night. Because every night you're not feeling like the most sharpest sword in the motherfucking on the battlefield. You're not feeling like your brightest self.
Could you do it for $1 million?
For $1 million?
Yeah. Yeah, you sound like Lauryn Hill all day for $1 million. I'll sound like Cat Williams
all day, every day.
Yes, for $1 million. Yes. I will put on Lauryn Hill.
That's the thing. Y'all just saying $1 million. There's so much that comes attached to that $1 million. You got to be here. You got to be there. You got to be over there. You got to talk to these people. You got to talk to these people. You got to answer the same question 50 times. You got to go to these damn radio stations and answer these questions. Hey, can y'all not ask me about that charge I got going on? All right, yeah, we won't ask you as soon as the fucking mic's going. All right, so what about that charge you got going on?
Breakfast Club.
Wow, so talking to a bunch of people about problems that they got or don't have sounds like customer service reps. I could do that. They get paid way less than Lauryn Hill. Yes, I can do that. About problems that I didn't create. They yelling at me. Yeah, I can do that. They get paid $20 an hour. I'm sure they can do it for $1 million. And some other, they probably get free meals with that too. I'm sure Lauryn Hill gets free meals everywhere she probably goes.
But see, that's the thing. You don't just like those people. They don't just get given $1 million. So you only give Lauryn Hill $1 million because you know that she's gonna make $10 million. Mm-hmm. You pull one of those regular ass customer service people off of the phone and try to get people to show up to their concert. You're not giving them $1 million. You letting them do it for free, and you seeing who the fuck shows up because we are not the talent at that. Like when you're customer service, you're not the talent. You're literally the like if the celebrities are the jocks and the cheerleaders, as the regular people, we are the nerds. We're the lames. we're the what's the table in Mean Girls? There was the black hotties, the mean black hotties, mean Asian hotties.
I didn't watch it.
You ain't never seen Mean Girls?
Probably one time, but I don't remember much about it.
Tina Fey is a incredibly witty writer, and Lindsay Lohan is a Academy Award attending actress.
You said Tina Fey, and when you said that, I got a picture of Tammy Faye. I was like, damn, Tammy Faye Baker wrote that? And I was like, hold on, wrong person. Whoa, wrong person.
Tina Fey from such great hits as
Jimmy Baker.
Jim Baker's wife, yeah. I was like, what? And I was like, hold on, wrong person.
To get you.
Okay, I might have seen that.
All right, so I think 3 out of 4 of us are not going to a Lauryn Hill concert. LT sounds like he might go to a Lauryn Hill concert, depending on the price. He might go.
It gotta be like I gotta run into Lauryn Hill and she already doing a concert. Like I'm not about to schedule because apparently I'm not about to schedule some shit around Lauryn time. She already got to be in mid fucking Ready or Not. She got to be in the middle of her verse of Ready or Not for me to feel like, all right, I'll put some money on it.
If you pass her,
matter of fact, I'm not going to pay for. I'll be late to her concerts.
You passing by a park,
you're gonna be late to her concert
because I'll be right on time. I'll probably be walking in the door right. Oh shit, what's up, Lauryn?
Oh, she don't. From what I've understood, she don't like to be called Lauryn. She's Miss Hill. You call her Lauryn, she gonna curse you.
That's crazy.
Hey, I don't know her like that, so I'll call her Mr. Shit.
That's what she gonna say. You don't know me like that. You call me Miss Hill.
Man, that's what
you lucky that I
don't know her shit.
I feel you, Sparky too. I feel you.
Yeah, you see me just laugh like, man, please. Man, that shit dead.
Come on, man. Come
dead.
on.
Your ass is Lauryn. You're Lauryn. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not.
Your mama named you Lauryn.
You would have to cuss me out for calling you Lauryn. You know what I'm saying? And I will cuss your ass back the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. We can cuss each other out. Curse words go both ways.
I know Lauryn
got to
Hill
give respect. They get respect.
So I would actually, I would be showing her the proper respect by calling her Miss. I know she's at least 10 years my senior.
I don't know how old you are though, Trent.
I'm 31.
Oh shit! Well, if she's only 10 years your senior, that motherfucker younger than me. So I know I ain't saying no damn Miss Hill.
All right. Let's move on from this one and move on to this more perplexing story. I do not understand this one at all. We dealt with this in July in Alabama. The Alabama captain, the guy that got attacked, the guy that threw the hat off because he had several white people surrounding him and he had to fight for his life. And then he had several other black people help him out later on. And they got rid of didn't get rid of it. They beat down the white people that were trying to attack him. He has been charged with third-degree assault. I'm not understanding how someone who gets attacked, who was the victim, has gotten charged with third-degree assault. I don't get it.
I don't get the degrees of assault and murder. Like, what are the?
I was just about to say, like, what? Get out my head, Trent. I was about to say, what the hell does third-degree assault mean?
A lot of times, don't get me wrong, but first degree and third degree murder, a lot of times either it was planned, something happened, and then it made you want to kill the person. That's pretty much kind of the difference. Like if you plan to kill somebody, I think it's first degree. I could be wrong.
So plan to get jumped by white people.
Yeah, I don't know what the Sparky's probably looking it up now, and she is.
Yeah, I am. Different states are different though. This one just says North Carolina. It says if somebody's charged with assault and battery in the third degree in North Carolina, it means that they are accused of injuring or attempting to injure someone without legal justification.
Okay. So I guess that's either what, not self-defense. Kind of what it sounds like.
I guess that shit sound crazy. Hold on.
What he do? He made his face beat up their hands or some shit.
Yeah.
Right. Like
it's Alabama, man.
And you know what? Honestly, that's the only reason I feel like he got charged, because this is Alabama and it was white people against black people, and your nigga ass ain't about to walk away without us charging one of y'all.
It went viral. They talking about.
Okay, now this one says in Alabama, it says if a person commits criminal negligence and causes harm to any person with a deadly weapon, they may be charged with third-degree assault. What fucking? What deadly weapon?
The hat?
But was it the old man that had the chair though, or was it somebody that came to help him that had the chair?
I don't remember that. Unless the hat hit somebody, I don't remember him having a weapon.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I said with a deadly weapon. Like what fucking deadly weapon could that be? Unless his hands is registered or some shit like that.
We know about the intricacies, not even the intricacies, but yeah, we know that this man has been charged, and they charge this man quick as hell when he is on tape getting jumped by white people. Meanwhile, motherfuckers from January 6th, they were prosecuted so quietly.
Come on, LT.
A few of them have only gotten slaps on the wrist.
Right.
Little fines here and there. Because they all get legal representation that says they were emotionally distressed and mentally manipulated by the president at the time. Only grown ass white men get to still have excuses for why they fuck shit up in the world.
What I'm seeing assault, first degree involves serious bodily injury and almost always involves a deadly weapon. Third degree assault involves bodily injury and no weapons. So second degree falls in the middle sometimes, including serious bodily injury or a deadly weapon, but not a combination of the two elements, which is still confusing in a way, but yeah. He still was attacked though. So where's the part come in?
Is there another law called third degree I was assaulted? Like, because
I thought that was self-defense. Still, or whatever Florida has. What's the law for Florida?
Stand your ground. Stand your ground.
Right. I think we had that here in North Carolina. The stand your ground, I believe.
Motherfuckers allowed to stand in your ground shit until the only person standing is the black one.
Right. Let me play this right quick.
And man, because that thing got viral.
After the Montgomery Riverfront brawl, charges have been filed against the riverboat's co-captain. Online court records show Damian Pickett is charged with third-degree assault. CNN is reporting that in a new complaint. One of the original defendants, Zachary Shipman, alleges he was not attempting to fight Pickett, all during an argument over a dockside parking spot. Shipman says he was only defending himself and suffered a bruised cheekbone after Pickett punched him in the face. That altercation quickly grew to an all-out brawl, all captured on video, igniting a social media firestorm. Shipman was previously charged with assaulting Pickett and is scheduled to go on trial later this month. He has pled not guilty. Pickett has not yet entered a plea.
Again, how does he get a charge for this? And he was the main man getting assaulted by like 5 people.
Like a literal white man ran out of nowhere into frame and threw all of his forearm into that black man's neck. How is the black man being charged with third-degree assault?
I don't know.
I think he says in Alabama, third-degree assault is when it's something about it being intentional.
Yeah.
Because in every state is different, but with something I just read, it says something about it being intentional. So I don't know if because maybe he didn't back down and he swung his hands that made it into. I mean, it's some bullshit, of course. I'm just trying to think about maybe they reason.
Yeah, like you would literally have to find some type of mental gymnastic to make this make sense. Other than this is Montgomery, Alabama.
There you go.
And this is how we do things around these parts.
That's what I'm thinking right there.
See, we don't need no fences here at Camp 8.
It says, let me see here. It's about the intent. With intent to cause physical injury to another person, he or she causes physical injury to another person. It says the state must prove beyond a reasonable doubt each of the following: the defendant caused physical injury to another person. Insert the name. The defendant acted with intent to cause physical injury to another person. Person referring to the victim means a human. Yeah. A person acts intentionally when it is his or her purpose to cause the death of another person. Physical injury is impairment of physical condition or substantial pain.
This still is confusing. It's like
it's all confusing because it still seemed like no matter what, the man was just defending himself. He had 5 motherfuckers jumping on him like shit. What the fuck he was supposed to do?
Yeah, even with the definition of third-degree assault. Even with all of that, the video evidence is literally, well, there was no third-degree assault on his part then. Like with everything Sparky just read, looking at the video, there's no third-degree assault coming from him.
Maybe they didn't
really coming from the white people in the video.
Ain't no way they ain't see that.
Now, I wonder though, did the charge come from the police station or did one of the white people charge him with it? That got hurt that day.
That's a good question.
That might change how I look at it a little bit. Not that he should.
Because they might have went and took it out the victim might have went and took the charges out against him.
Right.
Yeah, and you know what? That is some shit that'll happen. The victim, or not the victim, the victimizer, the white people, will file charges on these black people. And because we know the way the media works, they'll still cover it. And it's damn, I just watched a video on this rage triggering. Pretty much, the headlines and the way they're, written, the way the headline is written in the way is to just let us know that this man is being charged. But yeah, it's probably just because these motherfuckers filed charges on them. I don't think a court is actually going to take it seriously because as an attorney, like I'm an attorney, if I were an attorney and you walked in there and said, hey, I want to sue a motherfucker. Why? For third-degree assault. All right. Is there anything that might, suggest that you're lying? Have you been on the internet lately?
That's the only other way I can feel like someone could give a charge to this is they did not see the footage at all.
Like you would literally have to pull a R. Kelly, and that was not me in that video.
And that's the only way this could make any sense whatsoever to me. But yeah.
Or white people.
That's it.
Just like that.
I thought you were gonna say something deep with that. Or all right. Just ended it with that. Or white people. That gets that encompasses all the mystery there.
Montgomery.
All right, so we agree this is some bullshit pretty much.
Yeah, and also I feel like the media just wants to keep regurgitating this story because that's what the media wants. They want a race war. Not even for an actual to see black people and white people in the streets fighting, because they know we're going to tune into it, we're going to watch it, and I mean they're going to make money off of it.
Right.
All right. Well, I didn't think that one's gonna be that long because I don't know what there is to argue with that one. So we'll move on from that one. But hopefully
that would be the shortest
guy does not get charged for this and does no prison time, jail time, whatever. So hopefully swift justice, whether blind or not, is served in this. And we'll come back to that, I'm sure, one day, probably next year. So snuck in another story. It's not on the docket, but I snuck this one in. This one's about businesses, and
story.
Love to hear Sparky T's opinion on this one. This guy is talking about black businesses and how black people treat people, or black owners, or black business owners treat their customers. This guy had something to say about that. And let's play the video about that. And there's 4 videos, so bear with me. Let's go through the first one.
Hold on. So when you talk about black customer service, I had this conversation the other day with one of our artists. She was like, my nail tech moved from Atlanta. I was like, I got another one for you. She asked me, she was like, she black? I was like, yeah. She's like, I don't want to go there. She probably don't do feet. And she probably gonna charge me an arm and a leg. And I was like, the fuck? She's like, every black nail tech she went to in Atlanta, I was like, I'm not gonna touch your feet. They charge you an extra a reservation fee, and then they give you shitty service when you get there. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up. We can't even have.
I spend $500,000 a year on bullshit, bro. And I love spending money. And the reason why I don't spend with black establishments like that, because they got fucked up attitudes. They don't give you a smile. They don't even say, hello, how you doing, man? I'll take your order. But I'm supposed to keep spending with them because they look like me? Fuck that. The people that are gonna rise to the top, the people that understand what it takes to win. Not the people that feel like you should let me win because they let them win. That's not how you win.
You know, we say that, but
we are in the service business. I am in the service business. I am successful. 16 years later, I love Tehran. Guess why you love Tehran? Because Tehran understands when I walk in this bitch, I'm a service. Yeah. You don't look at this bitch and walk here like I'm the biggest songwriter in the world. Y'all all need to bow down to me. That's why we rich. And my thing is, a black man that has made millions of dollars and want to see other black people make millions of dollars, I know the one thing that's the difference is the fucking attitude. That's why I yell, because the attitude is the difference. And if you fix your attitude, everything else will follow. But you think, well, they ain't got to fix their attitude. Well, we ain't them. We ain't them. Because if we was them, we would be where they are. We are us. And the thing that's holding us back is we don't treat each other with respect. We don't.
I could agree with that.
Customer service in the motherfucking world. And you can say that you don't agree with that because I don't give a fuck why. If we get our customer service better, we'll make more business. Bottom line. So you can say whatever you want.
When you go to the Chinese restaurant, they nice to you. Hey Ray, how you doing today? No, they just as mean.
Hey, I don't go to the fucking Chinese restaurant.
All right, but you know what I'm saying, Ray.
Like, I don't go.
We could yell. Don't make your point.
I'm speaking for Ray.
At the end of the day, Asians don't sit there and say, hey, your customer service has to be perfect. Your product has to be A1 before I support you. They support you.
So
other races support you.
So Sue in the West End from American Deli she's a very customer service driven individual. She understands.
Shout out to the one Asian.
Oh my God.
Sue moved to the West End. Sue moved to the West End, and Sue started selling wings. And now you can take a selfie with Sue. You can have a good time with Sue.
And Sue only plays Gucci. like music.
She does.
Like
So that makes sense why he's defending Sue.
She's playing to her audience.
She's playing it.
She understands her audience.
So y'all gonna go to black people restaurants because you could take selfies.
No.
So hold on, stop. So I'm trying to teach you how to get to a certain place, and you don't want to accept that you got to change your motherfucking attitude if you do. And instead of change your attitude, you want to bring up what Asians do. I don't know if the motherfucker is smiling by the way they talking. I don't know their culture. I know our culture, and I know our culture. Black women have bad attitudes, and so do a lot of black people. And my thing is that we want to make money, then fix your motherfucking attitude. Or you'll be off, and you'll see another motherfucker that's smiling, they'll be like, they only picked her because she's white. No, we picked her because she smiled.
That's right.
A lot of aggression. That's the last one.
It's ironic that he was saying fix your attitude, but he had the most attitude and energy there, or like the most. He seemed like he had the most negative demeanor there out of everyone. Like,
okay, so we're gonna do
that, but he felt like he could do that though because he had already made millions.
Right. So he's going. We're going to do leave it medicated on here, and we're going to give everybody a couple minutes to give their initial statement about that. So the question is, have you guys come across the type of customer service that he said he's coming across? Generally, the majority of the time, have you come across this kind of customer service from black people, our people? Do we need to fix our attitude, or do you think he's exaggerating a little bit too much? Tim, I'm gonna start with you. I'm gonna put the clock on here. 2 minutes. Tell us what you think about it. First, if you agree with that statement that majority of black people from customer service or let's say business owners have acted like how he says they're acting, then you want to leave it. You agree with what he says. If you disagree, medicate it and you tell us why. Okay, so you tell me if you want to leave it or medicate it. Leave it if you agree with what he had to say. Medicate it if you disagree.
Okay.
What you want to do?
I disagree.
You disagree, so medicate it. Okay.
Medicate, yeah.
Ready, go.
Don't get me wrong. That I have, been in, some, black-owned establishment and the customer service wasn't up to par, but you know what I'm saying. It ain't all of them, you know what I'm saying? I've been to some that it felt like I was at the house. I was being welcomed in like I was family. I think what it is, man, people get caught up with social media, you know what I'm saying, pushing the narrative. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that goes on once you turn this phone off, you know what I'm saying? Black people don't act like what they advertising love and hip hop. There's a lot of establishment here in Fayetteville that I had got great customer service. And that's just Fayetteville, but I've been in establishments. It was time I was in Atlanta and it was a little raunchy, but I'm not gonna put that whole, what I'm saying, the what's the word I'm looking for? All in
majority.
Yeah, the majority. I'm not gonna put all the majority of black people because of one bad experience. What's that guy? Keith Lee? They giving him some, bro. I think we did a couple weeks ago, right? With Keith Lee. Yeah. And he wasn't even saying like it was real bad. He just giving an honest opinion about how the restaurant was, and it's one of them things where you gotta go, have your own experience with each establishment. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put that in a whole mass majority of, most black people establishments need to get their stuff together. That's just, what I'm saying? That's my opinion.
All right, LT, I'll let you go next. Do you agree with what that guy had to say? Leave it. If you disagree, medicate it and tell us why.
You know what? I agree in a disagreeing way though.
What in the hell?
So I'm gonna leave it, but I'm gonna leave it, but I'm gonna flip it.
You are a politician. All right, let's go.
Are you ready? go.
I do think Black people need to change their attitudes when it comes towards our ownership in our businesses. And it's a two-way street when I say that, because wealthy Black people, and not even just wealthy Black people, we have attitudes as the consumer when we walk into some of these establishments sometimes. We don't give our people as much grace as we give to these other races when we expect bullshit when we walk into a Walmart, a Family Dollar, this, that, and the third, but we continue to go back and support these places out of convenience, out of or familiarity. But when it comes to ourselves, I love that we demand so much of ourselves when we go and put our money and time into other people's establishments. But we're also really quick to shit on each other. Like, we're really quick to say, Black people this, and I really don't get the hatred that we have for ourselves, especially when it comes to us trying to step outside of the things that we're so stereotypically supposed to be doing. And especially for a wealthy Black man like that, it's kind of like you're taking you're adopting the mentality of your slave master. It's like when you walk into these places of service where you feel like you're supposed to be served, you can't see the effort that these people who are just for someone to claim that they're teaching and dropping knowledge on or trying to tell them how to be better, but you're telling them to be better in a assimilation kind of way. Smile, really just go along and get along type shit. It's like you're kind of taking away what white people or other races would consider dangerous about us, what they would consider our threat, when we have the ability to speak up and vocalize the things that we don't agree with.
Okay. All right, Sparky, do you leave it? You agree with that, what the man has to say, or medicated, you disagree?
Medicating.
She medicating. All right, tell us
Are
why.
you ready? Go.
Okay, I'm medicating it because one, I agree with what Trent was saying, and that's part of why I'm medicated. I think that when we're dealing with our people, sometimes we have not unrealistic, but we have like a greater expectation. You know what I'm saying? You'll let the Asian person follow you around like you stealing from the moment you walk in the fucking door, and don't even care and still spend your bread in there on that hair or them clippers or whatever it is you want. But you go to a Black establishment and they didn't say hi the right way, and you ain't ever going back to that motherfucker and spend your money there no more. It's like we'll give a pass to white people that own the place. They weren't nice to you either. They don't want you there. Shit, designers and shit say they don't even want us wearing their clothes. They don't want us wearing their clothes. Certain brands don't want us smoking their cigars. Different people blatantly tell us they don't want us using their shit. And it be high price shit. We still chase them down to spend our dollar with them. But when it's a Black business, we be quick to almost hold them to a higher standard, hold them to a different standard. And this shit's crazy because it's been happening to us our whole lives. And it's like we've been brainwashed to do it to our damn selves. I'm saying, when you go to school, when you all things, a lot of times the ruler that you're being measured by isn't something that's made for our people. You know what I'm saying? Even standardized testing and things like that. It's not something that's necessarily made for us, and it's the same thing like what they're doing over there. Instead of them dealing with our people, it's like just no grace, no grace for them. Like he was like, well, I should keep spending my money with you because you look like me. Not that you should just keep spending your money with me because you look like me, but you should be willing to give me a chance, a fair chance, even a second chance. If somebody did something wrong in my store, why not use it as a training opportunity and come to me as the store owner and talk to me about what the customer service issue is or whatever, so I can retrain my people to keep your business there or bring your business back. But instead of doing that, we just want to walk away and almost shit on our people as soon as they do something that we don't like.
All right. Let's see. So we got what? 2 leave it. No, 1 leave it and 2 medicates. All right. I'm going to medicate it.
Are you ready? Go.
The biggest difference is, I would say, is we look to, when I say kinfolk, it's the same thing with skin color and family. We always want handouts. And a lot of times we look for entitlement from our family or the people of our same skin tone. So the other people, we're willing to give them more chances to mess up. A lot of times when people go to restaurants, they respect the name on the outside of the restaurant. And when they come to ours, they disrespect the person on the inside of the restaurant. They were same thing with clothing. They respect the name on the clothing. They disrespect the person who makes the clothing, which may be us. So we have to do things 2 times as greatly when it comes to customer service than the other people, because there's no respect there. They respect the other people based off of the name on the clothing, on the restaurant, car, auto shop, whatever. So we have to earn the respect based on our customer service to get our customers to come in. So we have to work that much harder to these people. That guy said he went to, he talked about the Asian lady and he said, hey, the Asian lady ain't got to do as much. The Asian lady just is giving good food and maybe playing a certain type of music. That's all they have to do. But a family member gonna have to give a discount, or Black people gonna have to give a discount. They're gonna have to have the food out there 10 minutes earlier than it's supposed to be. So that's why the experience seems that much worse, because there's no respect there. I mean, we can go, like I said, go back to Lauryn Hill and her entitlement and not giving respect to her customers or consumers, however you will, because she thinks they're supposed to respect her. They're just automatically supposed to have respect. And that's how a lot of people in retail do. They think we're supposed to give them respect just because we're family, because we're Black. That's why the experience seems like it's so horrible, if there actually is a bad experience. If there's the same experience someone has, like let's say cold food that they have with a white establishment, they're going to go back to the white establishment because they got more respect for the name on the outside than the person on the inside, which would be us.
And it really, all of it, they should be overpriced too. And that's the only reason we respect the names of Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Versace, because it's expensive and overpriced. Knowing you can find a knockoff, knowing you know someone in your neighborhood, maybe in your family, that is good with some stitching, that's good with the, you know what I'm saying, they be making like you. I agree with that a lot. We disrespect the like, we'll go to a white or a other owned establishment, and we'll disrespect the establishment, but we don't know the person behind it. We'll come to our Black owned stuff and we'll disrespect the person inside, because it's a lot easier for us to tear ourselves down than it is for us to tear down the institutions that actually bind us.
Right.
It's like no self-worth. It's like, because, you know what I'm saying, they associate, just like kind of like when people make it, a lot of times athletes make it, not all of them, but you know, they get them a white woman, sometimes they feel like they've arrived. You know what I'm saying? It's they arm candy, it's they this, it's they that.
Right.
And it's kind of like the same thing, instead of having, you know, self-worth or worth in a Black woman, worth in a product that's, you know, made by or owned by Black people. You know what I'm saying? It's the worth. It don't, because it don't have that name. It don't have this. People, you know, feel like it's less than, and that's a damn shame. We've had to work harder our whole lives, and everything we do, we got to work harder, be better, you know, and all of that just for it to be seen as equal, and we still do it to ourselves. You know, people go to Walmart because of the pricing. Shit, a Black business, until you buying that kind of volume, you're not gonna have that same pricing. You can't offer that same pricing because you're not getting in at the same price point. You know what I'm saying? And as long as we don't continue to support each other, we're never gonna get in at that price point, because we're never gonna be able to bind together and buy in that volume.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you my experience in business, period. Most of the time, the best support I have gotten is from people I don't know, from total strangers. And I don't know if it's a psychological thing, because I think you hear a lot of people who start on a low level, let's just say a musician, and no one supporting their family. They might have a couple here say, hey, yeah, I listen, yeah, I support your music. And, you know, they just say, I support your music. They don't really support it. But then when they get big, all of a sudden, you know, like, oh man, I really support your music. Let's hang out sometime. Like, you didn't want to hang out with me before. But now all of a sudden I'm famous. Now you cool with me. I think a lot of people, and like I said, I think it must be a psychological thing. People don't respect you as much if they feel like they're close to you, or they know you, or they can feel like they can touch you, and you're not above them.
Like literally what we were just saying. Why should I call you Miss Hill, Lauryn?
Right. But people gravitate towards that because they view her as above them. So they'll still go to the concert, and they won't go to the low level guy that they can touch. His music seems regular now.
You got like 7 followers on fucking
right.
Nigga, them big artists started the same way.
Yeah, but nobody respects that though. See,
we don't see that. We only because a lot of people we only know they are only a big artist when they're a big artist.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
we don't know they're a star until they're already shining.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's just human nature. Like that's why I used to take that personal a little bit. If like family members wouldn't support it, like you see them going to go buy their stuff, but you ain't buying my stuff. I'm like, why would you do that? I think almost probably everybody to a degree does that. They're going to go gravitate towards someone who they don't know because they just feel like they're just a step above them. And this is no different here, where talking about black businesses, we think like, yo, we all related. Right. We all black. We're related. So give me a discount. So
it's weird because it's like we do just so we can still be in rooms with other black people, just so we can say that everything I own came from not black people. I only do stuff with non-black people. Like I hate watching the shows and the announcers that talk like that. It's like you're really just you're in black places, like flaunting black styles, black music, black culture. You're making your money off of black stuff, but it's also in the vein of telling black people they're stupid and telling black people that they're terrible business owners, but while kind of still elevating yourself. It's like if you feel like you're the best black business owner, why aren't there more black business owners then? Like, why aren't you putting on, like, it's almost like you want to be king of the dummies, because if that's the case, why aren't you hanging out with a room full of white people talking about this?
Right.
Why aren't you hanging out with a room full of all these other racists that do business much better? You're sitting down with other black people that you probably feel better than, talking about how nobody is as good as the other people that you're around. Go be around them.
Yeah. And that is not to say there's no bad black businesses, because I've definitely been to some that just like, they just said, I got the money, let's start a business, and they know nothing about customer service. But there are also some bad establishments all across the board that people don't give any chance to pass one experience, and everybody's gonna have that. How many times have people got food poisoning from McDonald's or any other restaurant? Hell, the lady that got burnt by the coffee probably still went back to McDonald's after that, and she got her $1 million. The other girl that got choked on a chicken McNugget from McDonald's, she probably still goes and get Happy Meals there every time, because they don't disrespect
on
the inside.
People have called the police on McDonald's. There have been women that were so upset with the customer service, with how they were being treated by McDonald's, that they called the police on it. We heard these stories, but we all still go back to McDonald's. And the reason is because there's not a person behind McDonald's. There's no one singular person we can say fuck you to McDonald's. It's a organization. But with our organizations, because you Pookie and them from up the street, I knew you when you had a crush on my cousin and shit. So yeah, I don't have the same level of respect for you that I have for a person that I've never met, or this level of a level of respect and kind of admiration. It's a little bit of admiration, because there is something, the chemical addictions that they put into the fucking into McDonald's food. But yeah, there's the frequencies and things that we resonate with. It's a lot stronger when it comes from someone that you don't know. If you already see them at their peak as they are a star, it's easier for you to just not see the negative in them, versus with someone that you grew up with, someone that you know intimately.
Yeah. Imagine Waffle House was made by a black guy.
Right.
All the fights that be happening in Waffle House.
Oh man,
Waffle House wouldn't last 2 weeks.
I'm telling.
But that's why we do those kind of things in Waffle House, because when we go in there, we see us.
Yeah. Now I was just saying, man. I was just right now thinking about the whole Black Wall Street, and I'm not putting no blame. I guess we want to say the man, but I would pretty much sure be safe enough to say that that's what they don't want.
It's
because yeah, for sure. Because at that time, you know, I think that was like our peak as in being collective, as the black dollar rotate, and of course I seen a couple bad experiences with black owned business, but I mean everybody experience different. I can say I have been around quite a few good, well-establishment, black-owned businesses. I guess if I can ask the room, what I'm saying, do y'all feel like hasn't it got better as a whole, as, I guess, black entrepreneurship? You know what I'm saying? Y'all think it got better throughout the years?
I think it has, because there's a lot of black-owned businesses that we just don't know about because they're not as highly publicized. They're not the publicly traded businesses that we hear on, flashing across the screen on CNN and on Wall Street. And due to a lot of what you're saying, because they don't want to publicize that. They don't want to show us that we are doing well in the avenues of technology. We are doing well in avenues. There's a black man that created a machine that creates water somewhere out there. It creates water. I feel like Hyde in the episode of that 70s show. It creates water, man. Fucking water, bro. And there's so many young black children that are graduating high school and college at young ages. There's a little boy that is 9 years old. He's going to college. He literally had a conversation with Neil deGrasse Tyson. He told him he wants to be an astrophysicist when he grew up. He's 9 years old right now, and he already knows that he wants to study the entire fucking universe.
Wow.
These things are happening, so I feel like it is getting better, but we just don't see it because of things like this. The main black people, or the main wealth that we as black people can see as our representation in this country, is usually black people like that. They're influencing us not to spend our money with us.
Right.
And the only time they want you to spend your money with black people is when it's me. Is when my face is on it. Is when my name is on it. But look at this Gucci that I'm wearing. Look at this Balenciaga that I'm still wearing.
Yeah.
Even though we definitely saw what Balenciaga was up to, I'm still wearing it.
Right.
You're not going to spend it with black people because black people have bad attitudes. But you'll spend it with Balenciaga and they like child porn. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna be real. I don't know how everybody feel about H. I haven't worn any H&M ever since the coolest monkey in the jungle.
Yeah, I remember a few years ago.
Yeah, I left it alone after I seen that, because why? It'd be like contradicting. Like, man, that's crazy. But you go H&M like 2 weeks later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because that wasn't
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, yeah.
Floyd and
seen coming out with racks on, bags of it.
I remember that.
Boy, his chest was all out.
Jim Jones too, wasn't
Jim Jones? He was boycotting somebody because of how they were harassing him in the store. I don't know who it was.
I think T.I. too.
I think T.I. too.
He wanted to boycott Gucci because of the
Gucci. But it was only like for 1 week though. So I was like,
yeah.
And I don't know if a mass of people boycotted with him, but the fact that it was only 1 week.
That's how Floyd Mayweather got into it, because they was like, "Hey Floyd, you didn't know that T.I. said boycott Gucci?" And Floyd was like, "Well, fuck Tip, because I fucked this." Like it went there. It went there because
I remember that.
Tiny.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then T.I. dropped a diss record on Floyd Mayweather for shopping at Gucci.
Yeah.
I don't know if the gap is getting any better. I don't know, because the wealth gap seems to be separating still just a little bit between lower class and higher class when it comes to business. I think we're creating more businesses. I don't know how much more successful we are. Like the gap is still pretty wide between us. I don't think that has been closing up anymore in the past 10 years. If that's what we're going to marking our success off of the last 10 years. Definitely not from Black Wall Street. No, we're not better than that.
I think that's the peak. Yeah, the Black Wall Street.
There's too many outside sources of which we could spend our people would much rather get stuff off of Amazon than go and pay extra for, you know what I'm saying? Like we have so many modern conveniences and so much variety at which we could spend our dollar. It's really hard pressed to get people to spend. Like I wanted to find an authentic African dashiki set. Long story short, it was $130. It's a little oversized. But the African lady that I bought it from insisted that she insisted that this was my size. She insisted I was gonna look so damn good in it. I didn't really like the color. I thought I could have probably fit into something a little different. But the moral of the story is I wanted to put my money with something that was authentic, something that I know came from a person that put this together themselves, and that as soon as I spent it, she locked up the shop for the day. I guess I felt good. Like, even though I wasn't as pleased with my purchase, I was more pleased with the fact that I was helping out someone within my community. And we don't have that sense of love for our community. We love talking about our hoods and where we're from and how tough our hoods are and shit. But that is literally when it comes to how dangerous they are, how much we don't give a fuck about them, how much we be shooting them up, and how fucked up they are. We don't love our communities. We don't love it enough to actually put our money there. We would much rather go out and spend our money in other people's establishments over the weekend. You want to go to the establishment where all the Black people are at, but you don't know if you want it to be owned by Black people because we just don't necessarily associate quality with ourselves.
I don't know. I'm thinking about CMOS and all that, the holistic, you know what I'm saying, living that. I'm seeing a lot of success with Black people with that, like the CMOS, the herbs and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And they don't want that to be successful because that's alternative means of medicine. And that affects the medical industry. That affects the pharmaceutical industry. So there are these layers of industries of which we do or we are trying to break into, but because these are multi-trillion-dollar industries that are connected to these Rothschilds, these Rockefellers, these Gates. You know what I'm saying? There are nets in place that are, that's limiting that, that's making that gap visible that you are talking about, Red, that we just can't get back to. And all the outside distractions. Like we're not in communities with just each other. So it's easier to get something from up the street from whoever, or to just order it off of my phone from whoever, than it is to actually know that it is a Black person that I'm spending my money with. Like Temu will literally send you a box full of fucking clothes for $100.
That's crazy.
Less than that.
Yeah.
And then
they'll give you mad coupons. I feel like Jason Pitts.
Oh man.
Would you guys pander to Black community though? If you had your own business, would you pander to Black community more so than anyone else? Or is it just whoever first come, first serve, I can make the sale to?
Oh, for sure. I would, because
I would, but that would be my audience. That's who I want to, because when you say pander, that's definitely, it's more of a exploitation kind of thingy. But I definitely, my audience, any product, any business, any service I have, I'm gearing it towards Black people.
All right. Anybody else got anything to say on the matter before we move on?
I'm just going back thinking about. I guess like when I mentioned LT, when I mentioned the CMOS, I guess I was thinking about avenues that Black people can hit, and like you said, that pharmaceutical business is, God knows, so much research and videos of what they hide and don't want to. They don't want us to be healthy. That's why they advertise
the minerals that we can get from outside in the earth. Hell no.
Right. And I was thinking about, avenues that black people can hit that's not being pressed on. You don't hear a lot of CMOS, you know what I'm saying, things not being said in the markets. You don't hear too much about. They trying to do the vegan things now, but we know all that stuff is GMO. You know what I'm saying? So
now we're hip to that now. Now we know that when you walk into a grocery store and that should say vegan, that should say grass fed or some shit. Like no,
it's not. Yeah, it's because they aware now that a lot of us is picking up on, man, meat really ain't the best thing for us. Let's eat the stuff that the animals that are eating, that's plants and all that stuff. And they're catching on to that. So just like everything else, like marijuana, they want to take it CBD so they can sell it and bring that money to their table too. So, I was just thinking about like stuff that, black people can do that's not really being pressed on, or I guess not popular, that, you know what I'm saying, before they try to take it in their own matter. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what we get. So we literally only have an idea of obtaining wealth through popular means. Right. Like you don't hear about black people that obtain wealth through, I opened a chain of grocery stores because I grow my own fucking, like I opened a chain of farmers markets, or quilts. I sold really good quilts. Like you don't hear about these chains because they don't want us to be anything other than jesters and entertainers, because because American culture across the world is the most profitable culture on the fucking planet, and we are the proprietors of that. And until we actually start putting that into ourselves for ourselves, like I said it before, we don't own the vehicles of which we can exploit ourselves. Like there's like from hip hop to the NBA, we dominate in these fields in terms of entertainment, in terms of the gladiators in the ring, but we don't own the stadium.
We don't. Shoot, what's that movie? Straight Outta Compton showed that.
Which one?
Straight Outta Compton.
Oh yeah, hell man, I was about to say R.I.P. Fuck Jerry Hill.
Hey,
fuck him.
Hey.
Vaseline. All right. Well, let's move on to the next one.
ABL on my ass again.
So it's probably LT's favorite subject coming up.
Oh man,
it's not Jada Pinkett this time though.
All right.
Keke Palmer. Is,
I knew it was something that I hated.
So Keke Palmer is back in the news. Her and Darius Jackson and Keke Palmer's mom. Actually, a lot of people. Darius Jackson's. You know what? Now I didn't even know. Now this makes sense.
You got a mom?
I didn't know Darius Jackson's brother until now.
He got a brother?
Yeah. I don't know if you ever watched Insecure, but his brother was on Insecure.
I didn't watch it. It was on when I was like,
Who was his brother that was on Insecure?
Sarunas Jackson. He was the one that was like into polygamy. And he was with the girl that I think that's like a virgin in real life on the show. I think that's who he was with on the show. And she wasn't down with it, and then eventually they split apart. The light skinned dude, light skinned guy.
Sounds about right.
Let me see if I can
Google it. Yeah,
pop up paper right quick. Yeah, because you'll know him as soon as you see him.
Darius Jackson is an AI unit, and the fact that they're giving him family members just proves that he's a fucking sim.
Said they give him family members.
Like Keke Palmer literally just wanted to play Sims in real life. She moved this. She crafted this light-skinned dude in the caste system. I really just got into the Sims like a couple weeks ago, so a lot of Sims references coming your way because this nigga Darius Jackson is not a real person.
That's his brother right there that was on Insecure.
He looked like a baseball player.
Okay.
Yeah, not a big part of the show, but he was on the show for a little
Slap
bit.
ass.
So yeah, these two. Keke Palmer has released. I haven't seen no video. I've seen some video stills, some pictures of what looks like allegedly the Darius Jackson guy attacking her or taking her phone. That's allegedly what she says in the report, that he attacked her, tried to take her phone, tried to prevent her from leaving, allegedly had his hand around her neck. Pictures were very, very blurry, whatever. What's up?
I look at that LT.
Oh, okay, yeah. The pictures were very blurry. It couldn't really make out a lot. So what now?
I said in that picture he looked like Slater from Saved by the Bell. Mario Lopez.
But yeah, now these video stills have come out, and she's trying to get full custody of their child. He wants custody of the part. He wants custody as well, of course. And there was some video / audio came out that he recorded of his Keke and her mother, and she called him every name but the child of God in the video. I don't think I'll play that one because that probably gonna get us flagged if we play that one. But I don't know. So it was her mother or his mother? Judgment. Keke's mother, because she accuses him of assaulting her, beating her, whatever like that. From what Keke's mother made some videos on her own to talk about.
Oh my God! Now Keke Palmer, Angela Bassett making videos. I'm sorry. I thought it was Aquila and the Bee. My bad.
I'm trying to wait until I get more information, because again, we learned this from old girl from Alabama that faked her kidnapping, and Justice Moye faked his kidnapping.
Also, like the white woman that got Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors.
Yeah. She got low. She literally left the fucking country.
Caribbeans dude.
Yeah. About Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
I've seen, I see pictures, they're blurry, and maybe he did do something. I don't know if she did something to him. That's why I'm like, why did they just release pictures?
He was supposed to.
Let me see the whole video.
He was supposed to do. He was paid for that. Nigga is a NPC. He is a hired actor in Keke Palmer's life.
Well, that's kind of part of the reason why I'm trying to wait, because this is Hollywood, and people can make up scripts of how they want the public to sway for them. The other reason why I give pause to this, besides the fact that I don't know them, is because I don't know. It just my opinion, and I could be wrong, just my opinion. If you are afraid of someone is going to beat you, assault you, choke you, and do all these type of things, and then I carry my memory back to the Usher incident, I would think, could be wrong, I would think you wouldn't do something like that would entice him or antagonize him to get you once you go home. I think that would, I can't see Tina Turner doing something the complete opposite of what you want Ike to do, and then come home and be surprised that he hit her, which is not right. But just seems like if that was the case, if she really was in fear that he would do things like this, and that she wouldn't have done something like that. She wouldn't have wore a dress that he didn't approve of. She wouldn't be dancing on Usher like he wouldn't have approved of. Then she wouldn't have done a music video with Usher like she wouldn't have approved of, and a bunch of other things. I'm like, that doesn't seem like
because he wasn't put in her life to approve it.
It doesn't seem like someone who's in fear of their life once they get home. It looks like maybe they both had issues going forward. Maybe they both abused each other. Maybe they both hit each other. I don't know. I'm just saying that's why I want to wait until I hear more information. To me, it just doesn't smell right to me.
I think Keke Palmer is trying this whole, because we didn't listen. I think she was really upset when we didn't listen to her about Trey Songz, because we still ain't done nothing about that.
Yeah, two things can be right.
Try to come out and tell us that, hey, Trey Songz tried to force himself on me and then like threw me in the closet or some shit. And we really told Keke Palmer to shut the fuck up, because we wasn't ready to stop listening to Trey Songz. Trey Songz ain't dropped the album in a few years, and more women started coming out saying that Trey Songz really be beating the shit out of us. You know what I'm saying? And now it's starting to seem more true. And we haven't really apologized to Keke Palmer for not believing her. when that first happened. So I feel like she's trying this. She's trying it again. But now she's in control of her victim narrative. Now she is. Yeah, she gets to be the director of the best role she's ever been in.
Yeah, two things can be true. Sparky, what do you think about the situation? Are you good on what you have seen so far or heard so far? Do you need more information? What do you think about the situation?
Man, the whole thing with them, seems a little sketch sometimes. I probably need some more information. And I don't understand why there wouldn't be no video either. Like in this day and age, it's like there's video cameras everywhere. Somebody's always pulling out a video camera to, record something. People's Ring cameras record shit. Traffic cameras record shit. Huh?
They was just at the Beyonce concert, all like they was hugged up and shit. They was out on her birthday in Virgo season. Like they love showing us their relationship, but only in these.
Hold on. Let Sparky finish what you're going to say.
My bad. Go ahead, Sparky.
Nah, you okay? I don't even what the hell I was saying, but I just don't. My thing, like you were saying, if you were scared of somebody, then I don't think that you would antagonize them. The way that it seems like she has some, but I never got the impression that she was scared of him.
Right.
And she might be comfortable. Like sometimes you could think that ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you. You so comfortable to them, you this are comfortable with them, and he might have thrown her off when he tried to take her phone or whatever. I'm sure at some point though, he probably get tired of looking like
a punk.
There you go, for lack of better words. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So at some point, I know he gotta, assert himself, because it's like, damn, dude. So I hope that he's not, abusing her or wasn't abusing her. But I never picked that up off of him. I never picked up that she was scared of him really or nothing like that. Cause she seemed like she be pushing it to the limit. She don't really seem like she had much respect for him. You know what I'm saying? And she just seemed like she'd be pushing it to the limit, so I don't really see her being scared of him like that. But I guess only time will tell. I guess I do need a little bit more information.
Do you agree that she should use this tactic to get full custody of her child? Because I do believe that this was released specifically to get full custody of the child, whether it happened or not. It just, the timing seemed like it was planned out very well.
It's
you can be abusive to the mother, but you may be great with the child. So should you be able to use this?
Maybe, but just because a mom has full custody of the kid, don't mean like the guy's not gonna be able to see the kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just because the court may give her full physical custody or whatever, that doesn't mean that there won't be visitations and equal time spent. It just would. I think if she's going for the full custody, it's more of a control issue. She wouldn't be able to have a say, you know what I'm saying, over what the child is doing. So if she has 100% custody, then she don't ever have to confer with him about nothing. What she says goes.
Yeah. But this whole relationship seems like a controlled situation. It just
I think so.
Like why she chose somebody like him. I figure like why she chose, LT might be touching on, but why she chose somebody like him instead of choosing somebody that's on her level, financially, star wise, celebrity wise, is like, hey, you're a minion to me. Listen to me, follow me. Let me put her back.
You can control, you can control your narrative. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the way Kanye West is having a custody battle with Kim Kardashian is because Kim Kardashian has just as much, if not more, and sometimes more money than Kanye West, and access to the same kind of, if not better, lawyers than Kanye West. So, and that's why you see typically rich men marry women from literally off of the stripper pole, because we'll be in a situation where I am in control of our lives. You'll literally be here to serve. I've been rewatching the game with my girlfriend. It would literally be a Jason Pitts and Kelly situation. You know what I'm saying? You marry me for my money, and I married you because you would make your life all about me because I have money. You know, it's whatever the fuck. So that's what I was trying to say. Like, she's trying to go for full custody. Who the fuck had custody before this? Y'all wasn't married, and you're the richer one in the relationship. I could.
Yeah, but until they give her full custody, they gonna have 50-50.
Yeah, yeah.
But where did he?
You know what I'm saying? Like, if he signed the birth certificate when she had the baby, they were gonna automatically both have 50-50 custody, unless you go to the court and they tell you otherwise. You both gonna have 50% rights. So unless you go to the court and they stipulate otherwise, you know what I'm saying, they automatically would have had 50-50 if he signed the birth certificate.
I feel like she could have just paid him for that. Like you wouldn't have, but you know, it's a lot more conducive for a career and for a publicity stunt to, you know, craft a narrative around it instead of just doing what we know celebrities do and just paying for these things to be done in the background. You want a baby? Go buy a baby. Like Angelina Jolie, when she want a baby, she go to whatever the fuck country she want and she buy a baby.
Well, you know, it's not. It was adopted a baby, but you know, it wasn't out of someone's.
No. She's spending cash money for that baby. I just don't think maybe Keke Palmer didn't have, you know, that tax bracket just yet to, you know, just go around the world and buy some foreign babies and shit. So, you know, and, you know, it's nice to go about it the old fashioned way, because there might be some attributes that you yourself want to add to your baby. You want it to look like you. You want it to look like to Mario Lopez, apparently, because yeah, that baby white.
And therein lies another issue. Now, I'm not sure how long they were together for. I heard, you know, quite a few people comment on about this. It's like, if you knew he was abusive like this, because, you know, sometimes people say they change when they get married, but in this case, he never got married. But if you knew he was this type of abuser, why would you give him the freedom to have a child with you or impregnate you?
Even get it, like, you're Keke Palmer, especially. You've been in this situation with super duper famous motherfucker. And what she learned in that situation was, when the person is just as famous or more famous than me and they're beating on me, no one's going to give a fuck about me. But if I'm more famous than the person that's beating on me, everyone's going to give a fuck about me.
Yes. And they're also going to say bad things about Darius Jackson, because, like, they're going to look at him as a hanger-on. Like, because what do you contribute to the relationship?
And no self-respecting male with their own career or a respectable career would sign on for that. But you know who would? A starving actor in Los Angeles. A motherfucker who just, I just want to act, baby. Give me a role. I take a role.
He did take on a role. Just no cameras was behind it. Well, not the cameras that he wanted to be shown on. The cameras of him allegedly attacking her.
Like, she literally types a script for that nigga to tweet. I don't think he is a real person. I think she puts him on. Like, if you're afraid that he's attacking you, just put him on sleep mode. Okay, just Darius off.
I don't know, man. I wonder, like, before this situation happened and all that, before the baby came, I just wonder how many people looked at bruh like, yo, he's, you know, he's corny, like, he's a square. I'm sorry, man. I really don't.
He doesn't exist.
It's like, all right, I'm gonna bring this up. It's like, it's one thing, right? Sierra and Russell Wilson. A lot of people call Russell Wilson corny, but hey,
he has motion though. You know, he got shit going for himself.
There you go. That's why I'm getting at. But this dude, what motion this dude got? Like,
and literally the most generic name a black motherfucker that's not even black could have. Like, Darius Jackson is the name that you give to a black character in an all-white TV show.
In video games.
And then you hire an actor that looks exactly like he could literally be a Mexican or one of the Mexican characters in the background of a Key and Peele sketch.
Hey, what Drake say? I'm just saying you can do better. Like
oh my gosh, like this nigga Darius Jackson is literally like
a cornball, man. I'm sorry, man.
That
was before. That's my thoughts before all of this. Like, yeah, I know Kiki around mad. Miss Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, most of the time, like I said, and I'm not faulting any woman for doing that. Most women are going to date up.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to date up from whatever financial place they are in their life. They're going to date up. They're not going to date down, unless I feel like in this situation, she can control the situation. Right. She can't control somebody that's a little bit above her. Maybe they're on equal plane or whatever. But with Darius Jackson, as LT keeps eloquently putting it, who is this guy? You know, and in the opposite of this, guys usually are not going to date up. They're going to date down. Maybe for the same reason, or maybe because we typically don't date women based on their finances or whatever. We date, because of beauty and whatever else they can provide in the household, babies, whatever like that, and personalities. But this is why this is even more perplexing is why she would date him. And the only thing I can come to is control. Yeah, and control. But he's going to feel so happy just being with her that he's going to do whatever she wants to do. But with that comes, you go to Darius Jackson's side, he's at some point going to wonder, like, yeah, why am I with her? Which may create some low self-esteem. They make him mad when she does say stuff about him in public or whatever, and then he may go off the handle, and then he may attack her. Not saying that's what happened, but you got to have a strong resolve as a guy to go date somebody that far away from where you are financially. You have to. Is the ego involved with it? Because guys want to take care. What can he do? He can't buy her no gift she's never had. He can't be usher for a night. No. He definitely can't do that. He can't rely on his acting career. No. So he has to rely on his personality. Once that's gone out the door, what else do you have? And that's why those type of relationships typically don't work for men and women. It can work the other way around. But
because a man can't be a man in a relationship where you don't respect him as a man. And she is a much larger figure in terms of profession than he is. She'll have no reason to respect him as a man other than possibly what he can do for her sexually. But if that was the case, you wouldn't be half naked out here with Usher. So it's either way. It's literally, it's a situation where not even just control, but like power and domination. Like you kind of want someone that is literally dependent upon you so that you'll always have someone. Like that's, and I don't want to say that's kind of what or men are after, but men, we like being looked up to. And I can only assume women assume the romantic role of kind of looking up to their significant other, admiring. Men admire women in a way, but we kind of we like being respected. We like being made to feel like men. But if a woman is coming home and telling you that I'm not going to listen to the things that you say because you can't do this for me, 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 and not matter of fact, Usher and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what would be the point of even being with that man if this is the position that you're going to put that man in, unless the position you want this man to be in, and that's why you have him here.
He was on that internet acting like a female too. He reminded me like one of them fit. What's that? Fresh and Fit guys. Yeah. He give a lot of simp vibes, man. He went on the internet and started acting.
He's reading a script and
yeah. He might be one. That's what I mean, like corny. Like he sit there and talk for hours about what women need to do and this and that and this and that. And like, dude, do you even like women?
Would you date a woman who made $1 million?
Wow.
A year? Just had a career where she was a millionaire. Would you date someone like that?
As long as she treat me like I'm a human.
She ain't going to.
Then that's the answer is no.
Yeah, because she gonna look to you like, what can you do for me? So you got to be able to answer that. What can you do for her that someone who makes $1 million can do for her?
But
at some point, it's gonna come out. When y'all get in an argument, it's gonna come out.
Gonna boast that money.
Yeah, she gonna like, you can't pay for this. You can't do this. You can't do this. It's going to come out at some point.
If you're not handling what the masculine role is supposed to be handling, then yeah, that's like when we get into these pairs, men and women, we take on masculine and feminine roles. And sometimes it's not always the man taking on the masculine and the woman taking on the feminine. When we're put into a power or a living situation where the power dynamic is shifted because this person is the breadwinner, or this person has more notoriety, or this person has access to something, that puts them in a position that, you know, you're dependent upon them for either your livelihood or just your way of life as it is. And that immediately puts the person who is the benefactor in the masculine position and the beneficiary in the feminine position. And in a situation where Keke Palmer is obviously the brighter star, Darius Jackson had no other position other than to be the kind of like it is. He literally just got hired to play the ain't shit baby daddy, because I feel like those are the kind of roles that Keke Palmer is going to start trying to go for in Hollywood. The scorned woman. I feel like she's going to try to become the new Angela Bassett. Start crying in every movie. Start, you know, being mistreated by men in every movie.
Oh man, y'all really think it's real? I mean, it could be, and it could highly weird. Highly weird, as you said.
I don't know if I would call it a script, but he definitely, I think, had a role that he was supposed to play. And
for
at
her.
some point, for her. And then at some point, he stepped out of line, and she said, "Okay, you have nullified your contract between us, verbal contract. So I'm getting full custody. I have you by the balls because I got these video stills. I'm gonna release because it's my camera footage. It's my house. I'm gonna release it. You don't control the narrative. I'm the director."
Which means the point was to always get full custody of that baby. She just wanted a baby that, she didn't want to buy a baby. She wanted one that had her genes, and she wanted one that had the genes of a male that she probably deemed to be physically attractive. The plan was to always have sole custody of my child, because the main thing I'm selling is single parenthood, and I'm selling it to Black women.
See, that's the other part with dating somebody who's that vastly different in y'all finances. If stuff like that goes down, you give her a baby, you ain't got no power when it comes to that.
She using that against you.
You can't. She can't.
Weren't even married.
What lawyers are you gonna pay for?
Yeah.
She can buy your lawyers. She can buy lawyers fresh out of college that can destroy you. You gotta hope.
And literally in that situation, the courts
$1 million lawyers that have got skin in the game and have won millions of cases like this, and you have no chance.
Going to favor and go in favor of the person that is financially better off.
Okay, I see what y'all looking at. Y'all, from what it sounds like, this is what Keke wanted, to be in a relationship where she has
control.
Right.
I'm just saying too, and I'm not saying that that's what every woman is doing. I'm just saying, what can you provide, or even how can you even defend yourself in a relationship like that? Right. Now this ain't regular people problem. This is problems, whatever. I'm saying a relationship like
can't
that.
even say that she was fucked up because she pulled the ultimate trump card of calling you an abuser.
Yeah. What are you going? That's why you shouldn't. She went and had a kid like that all quick. And if I reverse the situation, Keke shouldn't have went and had a kid this quick without knowing this dude. Like,
think about it. You had a kid from a person that ended up beating you.
She gave me vibes at one point. She gave me vibes that she'd get married.
Right. Why would it, as a woman, why would you go have a kid with him when he can't do anything really for you in the situation that you're in? Why would you go have a kid with him? Unless, like I said, you want to control whatever like that. Right. But why would you go have a kid with him and he can't do anything for you? Or just the fact that you don't know him like that. What was his goal? What was his goals? What was his aspiration for the future? You didn't know much about him. If you didn't know enough about him that he was abusive, as you are allegedly saying he is, then you just ruined this kid's life for the next 18 years. This is going to be in the news. and people are gonna talk about how bad this guy is now.
And
there's never gonna be a 2-parent household after this, based off of you just hurry up and choosing a guy that sperm doned with you, and then you're gonna be separate for the rest of your life.
Exactly. And I'm selling this directly to Black women, and that's how my career thrives.
Yeah. I mean, I hate it. I say mainly for the kid. So callously.
Here's about the kid. The kid is a fucking prop. Kids in Hollywood babies are like they're literally agents and public relations specialists that just say, we need to revamp your image. Have you ever thought about getting pregnant? Your pregnancy it's so hot right now. You and motherhood would just go together like peas and carrots. Like it's literally, because again, there's no reason to be with someone that there's no reason to be with someone that could not do for you the kind of things that you could do for them, unless that is the point. You're in a position to where you make everything happen. The plan was to always she didn't have a baby with him. She got a baby out of him. And then she got him the fuck up out of him.
That's a way to look at it. That's a way to look at
it. And like, honestly, South Park made an episode like this too. Women are pissed. It was Bill Clinton talking to Butters. He was, women are pissed. Eventually, they're so tired of our shit, but they're going to need to keep the population going. They're going to force us as slaves underground, where they just harvest our semen and then only keep the girl children that come from it. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten to the process of being able to select the genders that come out, but yeah, every so often they'll take one up that they'd like to do snoo with. But
kind of, I don't know, depending on who you talk to nowadays.
I mean, but there are things in place to where if you have a little boy, you can feed them this, and that little boy will think he wants to be a little girl.
No, I'm talking about even worse than what people just say. You can just name it a gender as soon as it come out.
We are just naming things now.
That's crazy.
Now that's how I feel sorry for more so kids is they do this situation so callously, and will have these kids like they're Build-A-Bears and not understand the effect it's going to have. It is very easy for a kid to choose a right path or become a serial killer based on who you choose and how you raise them. And more so, you can look at statistics. Single parent households create more murderers than anybody because they don't have both sides raising them. You have more messed up individuals who come out of single parent households. So when you make the decision who you're trying to create a baby with and a life with, I understand some people just don't know in the beginning. Some and maybe they don't know for 5 years or whatever like that, but to choose so quickly and then have a kid after a month or so, a year or so, and then you're just totally shocked, like I didn't know who he was. But it's because you didn't really sit through what kind of personality, what kind of person he was. You didn't take the time to figure out who he was, and you didn't even marry him. You just wanted to go in and just have a kid and just see what happens. This is not Build-A-Bear. It's making a human life.
Which I know it's crafted in bullshit on because think about it, as a regular person, you can't just get in contact with a celebrity. They don't just allow anyone to be in VIP with them. They don't just allow anyone to show up to the stuff that they're doing. There's a certain level of clearance that these people put between them and the outside world. So anyone that's coming into your presence, their background. I'm assuming you've done your due diligence of knowing their background. So I will never just believe that she just met this man out of nowhere one day and romance, and he just all of a sudden became this terrible person. And you
who does their due diligence? People who own dogs, people who breed dogs. They do their due diligence. They know how many. They can look back 5 generations and can tell you where that dog came from and what has been bred into that dog and what his temperament will be. They know more about dogs than a lot of people will know about the person they sleep with and have a kid with.
I think it might be a possibility that she looking at, the age pressure.
How old is she?
30.
She ain't that old. Man. I mean, she got like 5 years.
Yeah. She just had third too.
Nah, I don't think
some of them, they, Hollywood, they like, because I mean, granted, they not married, but Rihanna and Rocky, Rocky.
Yeah. She got 2 or 3 now.
But see, the difference is ASAP Rocky was ASAP Rocky before he got with Rihanna.
Right.
His own thing. He his own person. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they had a custody battle, it would be 50-50 because he can afford his own. Now, he might have a little bit more due to Fenty or whatever the fuck, but he ain't no buster. He ain't nobody that you can just, take shit from him.
Right. Yeah. But some of them, I think Rihanna about the same age as me, about 35.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Younger than Beyonce.
Yeah. A lot of them, they trying to get their kids out the way before 40. So that could, I don't know, that could be a possibility.
Yeah, but get them out the way with somebody you want. Like, you don't go to a car dealership and like, well, shoot, I better hurry up and get this car. Anyone will do. How about that motorcycle over there with 1 wheel on it? You gotta sift through what the Carfax. You gotta go to a Carfax, see what the history of the car.
We saw ASAP Rocky and Rihanna dating.
You gotta see
they got
from. You gotta see does it have 5 stars on the reviews or whatever like that? How much mileage it has on it? The oil been changed and stuff like that. I don't even think Kiki did all that. She just said, yes, curly hair, dude.
I'm gonna always bring this up. We figured out that Keke Palmer was pregnant before we figured out that she had a boyfriend.
That is
true. Think about that in turn. Like, imagine if Rihanna was pregnant, then we figured out she was dating ASAP Rocky. We saw them dating for like a year before. Then she was pregnant. This bitch Keke Palmer showed up to Saturday Night Live pregnant, and like 2 months later went by, and she was in a magazine with "This my boyfriend."
Yeah. Jesus Christ! All right.
He released it at a damn show. Like, will you drop your pregnancy on when that's the way you reveal it to the world on Saturday Night Live? Come on.
Hell, yeah. He might even know until the show.
And that's the thing, though. She wasn't even a little pregnant. She was like 6 months pregnant.
Yeah.
Like belly.
You pregnant? What were you gonna tell me?
On Saturday.
He wasn't in the house, so he couldn't see. He couldn't see your stomach got big over time. All right. Let's move to our last story of the day. Joe Smith. I don't know how big a fan y'all of Joe Smith. No one was a fan of Joe Smith until the last few weeks. Joe Smith hadn't done much. If anything, he went to the NBA. He was a number 1 pick, I think, for the Maryland Terrapins. Played with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Quite a few Maryland Terrapins.
That's the league, right?
They're Turtles.
That's the college. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when the NBA, I didn't have a huge impact. He was a serviceable player. And I hadn't heard his name in a long time, decade or so. And then
the teams played it. Yeah, he was tossed around the league.
He's tossed around.
Oh,
that's
pause.
But so so he came into the public eye again because his wife recorded a video between him and her having a conversation about her making a OnlyFans behind his back. And he was mad about it, saying, why would you make an OnlyFans like that? I was like, that's not respectable and all this. And she was like, this is my body, my choice. And I was like, okay, all right. And the people been divided about it and saying, hey, she should have told him. And then other people saying, hey, she should be able to do that if she want to. It's her decision. He don't own her. And such and such, yada, yada, yada. So we won't play the video. There's actually a couple videos.
Oh, there was more?
Oh, yeah, there's more. They've come back.
Oh, yeah.
Mainly
oh, my God. They made more. Yo, she really. Okay.
Mainly on her part. She's been one making the videos. Let me play the original video, the one that got a lot of views.
Oh, yeah.
Was it pro? Like, was it at least?
Just finding out you got an OnlyFans page.
A video from the OnlyFans?
The disrespect that comes with it, that you couldn't even talk to me before you did it. That's bullshit, yo. That's fucked up, Keith. I'm telling you, yo, that's fucked up.
Wait, no. Calm, but you're not gonna say fuck me or that's fucked up. It's not fucked up.
You recording me? What the fuck you doing?
Listen, it's not fucked up, and we're going to. Okay, look. So, I have an OnlyFans page, and he's mad because he's just now finding out about it.
Of course, I'm mad at you just finding out about it.
I'm not doing it with anybody but myself, so why should I have to tell you? My choice, my body, my fucking choice.
I'm your partner. You're supposed to come to me and talk to me.
Joe, I've been talking to you about mad things. I've been asking for solutions to shit. You're not giving me none, so I created one.
That's no solution. Not in my book. That's no solution.
You knew who the fuck I was when you met me.
Before,
I
knew that.
thought that I would never have to go back to anything like this again. But unfortunately, that's not the case right now.
After that, everything's supposed to change.
Everything did change.
No. Obviously, it hasn't.
No, it had to. I had to do something.
It hasn't. You stood out there showing your body. You stood out there doing stuff like this on camera.
You act like that's the only thing that I do. I have mad jobs, but they're not facilitating everything that needs to be done. So I got something extra. OnlyFans be breaking me off. What the fuck?
Come on, Keisha, with that. It don't matter what they breaking you off. It's the disrespect that comes with it.
What disrespect?
You couldn't come and talk to me about it.
Okay, well, we're talking about it now.
Because I had to find out on the fly.
All right, then. But now, okay.
No,
so wait.
I had to find out on the fly.
So now you know.
Yeah, now I know.
Okay. And so? Whatever. I've been doing what I have to do, period. Like, that's bottom line. That's what it is.
Ew. Like, this just made my skin crawl. I hate when people look into the camera, like, excessively. Like, it's so weird to be having an intimate conversation, like an argument, and also recording it, and you more concerned with your, like, making sure that you in the camera the correct way, making sure he also in the camera so they can see. Like,
cheesecake all over again. Cheesecake Factory.
Because like it's really just coming off as check out my OnlyFans.
So she did another interview with your boy Cameron and Mace.
Oh my god, not the oh my god, not suck it, not.
Oh no! Oh, just wait. Just take a look at this.
The banana whammer.
Just sit back right now, because they act. I don't really know what's going on with my co-host right now.
Yeah,
they're not asking no question.
Are y'all still together? Will this jeopardize it?
No.
So he's not gonna feel.
I'm not worried about it being jeopardized.
No, but he's not gonna feel any way about what you're doing.
And it's like, Mace, you don't care. You have her here for that.
When's the last time y'all communicated?
We were texting with each other over the last.
Good, that's good. You're making progress.
So there's hope for the future with y'all.
I don't know.
Do you want it to be hope there?
What is Nathan Cameron doing?
This is what I think from your comments. You could tell me if I'm wrong. Oh, sorry. You could tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that you was at a point a couple weeks ago where you wanted to fix this, and I think that you're having fun right now, seeing what single life has been treating you like the last couple weeks. Because I'm just, I could be wrong, but when we did the interview with you, you was like, you want to fix it. And today you saying, I just want to be happy.
Exactly.
Cameron just want to know if she gonna suck it or not.
Is he Rico for real?
Yeah.
Cameron, the same person and everything Cameron has ever been. You ever see this clip of Cameron talking to Brandy, and he was like, there's 22, there's 33, right? There's 30 fucking 3, there's 44, there's 55. Why is there 11? You know damn well it should be called 181. I say all that to say Cameron is a nonsensical human being, and I don't know what this was. I didn't even know Mace liked women for real, according to what Cameron said him and Puff used to be up to.
Yeah,
Cameron said this. He said
beef one time. Yeah, beef. Change that beef up and make money together. All is forgiven and forgotten. Yeah.
And now y'all getting hand jobs from old women on. I mean, I didn't see it, but I know this nigga Cameron got his dick stroked by that old ass woman.
Well, I don't know if you know, she used to do pornography before she met Joe Smith.
Oh, so yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you really just check out my OnlyFans. Like I know this episode of whatever Cameron May show that was came with a link.
Yeah. So there's some added context to that. So she didn't all of a sudden just bust out and want to do OnlyFans. She had a career like this before she met Joe Smith. Joe Smith knew what she did before because, of course, you can find that all over the internet. Joe Smith also, too, that adds a little bit more context. He went on Vlad TV like the next week talking about this.
Come on, man. Well, Boozy said, come on, man.
This nigga probably got like $724 from Vlad to come on here and talk.
Yeah, but he didn't say he committed any murder on that, so that's good. So he won't be going to prison anytime soon.
Vlad TV.
So we're going to do Leave It or Medicated on this one, and I guess the question is, leave it if you agree that she should not have had to tell him she was doing the OnlyFans, and medicated if you disagree. She should have told him she had OnlyFans. Again, leave it if you agree she wants to do it on her own. She didn't have to tell it. Her body, her choice, as she mentioned in the video. Leave it. Medicated if you disagree. Tim, first, leave it. Do you agree with her stance? Medicated if you disagree with her stance.
Medicated.
He disagrees. So tell us why.
Go.
That sounds good. My body, my choice. When you're not married, but once you're married, you made an agreement to become as one. You know, especially like in a Christian standpoint. You know, the Bible talking about man and woman has joined together, become as one. Y'all are a unit now. So, yeah, what you doing is really just bad for that household, man. But at the same time, Joe Smith, I blame him too, though, because it's like, I'm not gonna say, saying people can't change or whatnot, but if you still see characteristics of like our past life and whatnot, like that was red flag already, But I mean, at this point, like I talked to you earlier, I don't know if it's one or two things. I don't know if this is just a publicity stunt to just get monetized from it, or number two, she just that trifling. And hot dang, Cam, like, I mean, that's crazy. That is what it is. Podcast. That take was crazy itself, man. But yeah, like, come on, man. So yeah, everything was all right. Like, come on, brother. She's still somebody's wife, man.
Yeah.
Come on, Rico. But yeah, nah. I just feel like, man, if they serious about having a wholesome marriage, it's definitely a bad look, man. But we live in a time, man, it's just, social media, man, people just want to I don't know, that the whole hot girl summer, being outside, city girl lifestyle is just so popular now. Sexy Red, she's running the rap game right now, so this characteristic is I don't know, man, it's out of pocket for sure. At the end of the day, you married, you gotta respect each other.
All right, LT, you want to leave it or medicated? Leave it, you agree with her stance. Medicated, you disagree.
Yeah, I'm a medicated. I hate these people.
All right.
Are you ready? Go.
I never heard of Joe Smith before this point, and I'm so sorry that this is the first instance I'm ever hearing about him. This seems incredibly crafted. Is she Heather Hunter? Like she was a porn star in the 90s or some shit? That's what it was?
Yeah.
all right, so yeah, like I don't feel bad for him neither, because like this is what she is, and she is probably sitting at the house mad that she getting old and she missing out on some hot girl money and shit. So they probably this whole thing is probably saving both of their finances, because the fact that he went on Vlad to talk about it, y'all could just go to marriage counseling. I'll go to couples counseling. Like, is OnlyFans really going to save your marriage? Like, because I also hate that aspect. We always like hear that side of women saying that you shouldn't do these type of things for a man until he's ready to put a ring on your finger, until he's ready to marry you and shit. But then you see situations like this where people that are like a woman that is married is literally just adamantly not only showing her husband, but showing the world, fuck you, directly to her husband's face. Because it's like there is a level of respect that you keep for a person that you are pledging your life to. But when you're not pledging your life to someone for the right reasons, these are the kinds of things you do. Because when your needs aren't being met in not even a financial sense, but just in the sense of attention, in the sense of admiration, and it was never about the eternal love that a marriage is supposed to represent. It's about probably what it represented to the world. And both of them just seem like they are too old to have to go about getting attention this way. Y'all could have divorced without ever picking up this fucking phone. Like it really just screams, I'm trying to get back into the Blazers and fucking Bang Bus holler at me.
Bang Bus. All right. Somebody been on the list. All right.
Cocky.
All right. I'll see. Sparky T, you there?
I am.
Okay. Do you want to leave it if you agree with her stance, or medicate if you disagree?
Shit, this is a rough one. I'm gonna leave it.
Okay. All right. So let me hit the clock.
Are you ready? Go!
Okay, the only reason I'm gonna leave it is because it is her body. You know, she don't have to tell him shit. Now, should she have told him? Hell yeah, that's her husband. I'm saying, but a couple of things that I did hear in the video. One, like she said, he knew who she was when he met her. She said that she never thought she was gonna have to do no shit like that no more. So clearly they must be in some type of situation, some type of financial situation, something where what they had going on, what he was providing, whatever she was doing wasn't cutting it, because she had to go back to the shit that she knew. She had to go back to the OnlyFans to get the kind of bread. She literally said in the video, like, I never thought I was gonna have to do no shit like this. So what is it that he ain't fucking doing? That she out there having to create a OnlyFans because the ends ain't meeting, or what? Like, it's questions, but she ain't have no OnlyFans at the beginning when they were together. She only got it after, I guess she got it in desperate times because whatever wasn't being provided. She ain't out here laying on her back necessarily, you know what I'm saying, having sex with different people. She's providing some type of entertainment to get this bread. She should have told him. But if she was already a porn star when that dude met her, come on, man. You can't act like you so surprised that she got a damn OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? When her body count was already so damn high. Like, whether that was from her job or whatever, it was still ridiculous. Like, come on. They have sex with person after person after person. So you thought that you was going to basically turn the hoe into a housewife, and that, you know what I'm saying, everything was going to be okay. You can't do that. You can't think that you're going to either probably make promises and different things, telling her probably how you was going to rescue her. She wasn't going to have to do that type of shit no more. And clearly you might not have kept up your end of the bargain because she felt like she needed to take it back to that route to get her needs met financially.
Damn. Good Lord. Damn. All right. Oh, boy. You flamed old Joe Smith. Damn. I'm a medicated on this one.
Are you ready? Go!
This is my stance when it comes to the married part. That I do think is something you have to tell, because I view it. You always heard the phrase when someone usually hear with a mafioso type thing. It's like it's Nothing personal. It's just business. Marriage, I think it is personal and business. And when your personal life affects the marriage and also the business, finances, whatever it may be, that's something I feel like you have to tell. And same thing with Joe. If Joe would do something to embarrass her, I don't know, it could be just sleep with somebody, or it could be making, I don't know, racist remarks or something, or going to beat up someone. It's going to affect her, how people are going to look at her, because people are going to like, that's your husband. How could you be with somebody like that? Then you must be that type of person to marry somebody like that. It affects both people in the marriage. If you got your wife has an OnlyFans, people are going to be like, why would you marry the person that was for the streets for this? Why would you marry somebody like that? People are going to look down on the man, also on her. That's how it usually works in a marriage. People look at people to who you're connected to. Relationships too, but not so much, because like I said, when you say those vows and you say you are becoming one, that's what to me, that's what that means. It's a business decision as well as a personal one. So I think, yeah, she should have told. You don't have to tell every damn thing in the world, but that's one thing that it's so public that everybody is going to talk behind your back. If he went to work anywhere, people are going to be talking, laughing, and giggling behind his back based on what his wife does. So it's an embarrassment to him, and he probably is looking at it as an embarrassment to him and her. So I do think things like this, you got to tell your husband, and vice versa, because you're both in a union. This can mess up your bread going forward in certain ways too. Just like if you were just a bank account. Or let's say just like if you both had a bank account, you would need, I would think, to tell, hey, I'm gonna take some money out and spend it on this right here. I shouldn't have to run it by you. I think no, you should run it by your spouse what you're gonna spend it on, because it's going to affect both of you in the end. It's both of your money. But go ahead, LT, what you saying?
I was saying, how long? Like, when the fuck did these motherfuckers even get married?
They've been married for a long time.
They've been married for a long time. So I'm guessing something just happened recently to where he couldn't, or where he fell on financial turmoil. So it's like, if he how long was he taking care of things, and how long was things not being taken care of before you said, nope, I can't take this, I gotta pop pussy on the internet? And I get it, you're a fucking porn star anyway. And
okay, I'm wrong. They've only been married for 7 years, but go ahead.
Only 7 years. So yeah, OnlyFans, I don't even think OnlyFans isn't even 7 years old. Right. So I really feel like she just wanted to get back into porn. I feel like, I don't even think it was a financial thing. I think she was just bored and wanted to.
But she stated on the video. She stated on the video that she never thought she was gonna have to do nothing like this again, but she clearly had to. And she made that comment on that first video that we watched. You know what I'm saying? So if you met her and she was a porn star, what skills did she have when you met her? She was already a porn star. Like, and not that she didn't, that don't mean you can't have no other skills, but clearly she didn't have none that was marketable, because when she needed to go back and market something, she started marketing her titties again. Like,
yeah, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but I think that's what you wanted to do. I think that's what, because even at 7 years, was they struggling also? Like, why did she marry him if he was struggling financially? She
probably wasn't struggling at the beginning. Because think about it, if they were struggling at the beginning, she would have been had an OnlyFans. She just made the shit. He just found out.
Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying? It was more recent. So that's what I'm saying. Something,
he was taking care of things for 7 years, and then
something happened that they fell on hard times. So she said that she had other gigs, but the other things that she had wasn't helping make the ends meet.
This is why they lose me at. How hard are the times when y'all are still having this argument in a large, beautiful home?
Well,
that's why she got that OnlyFans. She's trying to keep that large, beautiful home.
They're rough times.
She only had it for a little bit of time. That OnlyFans in a little bit of time it didn't buy that house.
Okay.
No, it didn't buy that house, but if they had a source, and then let's say one of the sources fell out, maybe the quickest thing that she thought that she could do was get the OnlyFans and get it popping. She said OnlyFans be breaking me off, which don't get me wrong. I mean, OnlyFans shouldn't be your last damn resort. But
I don't think it was
I'm saying if you
off
was already a porn star as your first resort,
but
it ain't like you about to go be a nanny.
I thought she was Heather Hunter or some shit. Like she wasn't that big of a porn star. She wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And so I feel like this was promo, because again, when we take the time to pull out our phone, press camera, and then start having the conversation, all of that being caught for a reason. Everything that you hear me say and see me say on this video, I want you to hear me and see me say it. I didn't say nothing that I didn't want the world to know, and it is all on purpose for that. Because anytime you, like, when you Google this situation, it still pops up ex-NBA star Joe's wife, and because she wasn't a famous enough porn star like a Vanessa Blue or a Jada Fire or a Cherokee Diaz or a Pinky, because she wasn't a notable name like that, we recognize people in how we would know them. So-and-so's wife, so-and-so's baby daddy, because that's gonna make people click. That's gonna make people care. That's gonna make people give a fuck, because
it makes it relevant, right?
Woman, but she's past her prime for what someone would pay premium prices for porn, especially when I can get millions of videos for free.
Okay, let me add this to the context now. Now I just looked up the net worth. Joe Smith. Now, Joe Smith in his career, he had, I think, a 12-year NBA career.
Damn.
Yeah, he traveled a lot of teams. One year, his average salary was $2 million. Another year it was $2 million. Another year it was $4 million, almost $5 million. Another average. He averaged for 6 years. He averaged $5 million, almost $6 million. Another one, $5 million. And toward the end of his career, his lowest was like $1 million. And his net worth today is $100,000.
God damn.
Damn.
So he did not
That's why
say
she got the OnlyFans.
What's her net worth?
You went from living off of millions, even if you were the housewife to stay at home, whatever. If you went to living off of millions, and now he got a net worth of 100,000. That's why she out there trying to do everything that she can do to maintain that lifestyle.
Why don't she leave him? That's
because he broke don't mean she don't love him.
Because you still get more attachment when you're doing this. No one cares about a single woman going out there and being in the streets. It's only entertaining when it's someone's wife, when it's someone's girlfriend.
Her net worth is the same, like 100,000.
Wow.
And her name in the industry, before she gave out her real name, her industry name was Yasmin Penn-Davis.
That's a porn name? That's a what?
LT crazy.
That's a terrible porn name. That's not.
LT said that's why the hell she out of business. She had a terrible name.
It's not catchy. It's not short. It's not sexy. Like, it doesn't reference nothing.
Sounds like somebody does the numbers in his office. Secretary.
Yeah, what was it again?
Yasmin Penn-Davis. Do you have those papers typed up yet?
Yasmin Penn-Davis.
Yeah. Cameron went on here and smacked it.
I don't know. She may be doing this for the
publicity.
Maybe I mean publicity. Yeah, but that's natural that comes with the OnlyFans. She's trying to make money off of this and maybe keep some assets that they were maybe planning to lose. I don't know how you lose that much money as an NBA player. But
he is too, because he's trying to sit down with Vlad.
Right.
How long ago did he get out of the NBA? Like, was he in the NBA when they got together?
2010.
2010. So
2010. He was already out of the NBA.
Yeah. And they were married in 2016.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So when did OnlyFans come out?
I don't know what. 2020.
Yeah.
Pandemic time, right? Okay. Yeah.
I think 2019.
Makes a lot of sense. Makes too much sense. OnlyFans not slick, bro. This is marketing for OnlyFans. This is literally she not doing enough on OnlyFans, or she not doing enough numbers on OnlyFans, and OnlyFans was like, well, you could, You can give us a little shout out.
Yeah.
Let's see. OnlyFans actually been around for a long time. I guess it didn't come to prominence until later, but it's been around since 2016 when I'm looking at it, but I never heard of it until like maybe 2020.
Because it was matter of fact, I want to say I did hear about it, but yeah, not being for like porn. I remember, ironically enough, I heard like Trey Songz was like on OnlyFans and shit, doing shit.
Okay. All right, well, here's the question I'm gonna ask you guys, all three of you. Can you do something like this? And like, let's say you're trying to save the family, no family here, but you're trying to save the household from going under. You know, they can't pay the mortgage based on the finances they're bringing in now. So she says she's going to do OnlyFans for you, and you say, I don't want you to do OnlyFans because I feel that's disrespectful or whatever. Can she still love him and still do this if this is not his wishes? Can she still love him?
She don't care about his wishes. If they really wanted to make money, they could have made an OnlyFans together. People love couples in amateur sex OnlyFans, especially since he's also a famous person. But it was more about her ego, her avenue, and her own separate form of income.
I wouldn't use famous as the word.
Neither of them are famous.
About them.
Again, you type this situation in, it says Joe Smith star. They don't even say her name, Keisha Chavez or whatever the fuck. They say his ex-wife.
Spark is going outside, it sounds like.
But she should have at least told him. Like if this is a situation where it's really to save our household, to save our family, to save what we have built together, then you at least, that person at least deserves to know the way that you plan on doing that.
Okay, if you're in that same situation, would you let your girl do that?
No.
But she's trying to save the home, though. You know, she's like, "This is the best."
No, so many other ways, man. Like this,
because again, a respect and ego thing. I'm the kind of person, I don't want you if the world has had you. So I wouldn't marry a porn star. That's
okay.
Also.
Yeah, right.
Right, and that's what Sparky was flaming her for.
She lived
I don't feel bad for this.
Before you met me, you knew how many bodies I had because you can look through you can Google and see everything, and you can literally count how many you had per day.
But yes, something about you made you feel like she was different, and that's cool, that's fine. So I don't feel bad for him either. But yeah, me personally, I wouldn't marry a person that has that kind of reputation, because the way that I represent myself is a lot different.
Hey, you know what they call that? They call that victim blaming. You blaming Joe Smith. He's victim blaming.
I mean, shit. He mad about you know what? He not even a damn victim, because you got paid from like you going on Vlad and talking about it and shit. Like your name is coming up more often than it ever did when you were in the NBA.
Right. That is true. That is true.
Now you're getting to sit down on talk shows and podcasts, and people are paying you for appearances, all because your name popped across my trending, my news feed.
Got unpopular fact. His highest scoring percentage, 18 points per game sophomore year. After that, it went down 15.
In college, right?
No, NBA.
Oh, NBA.
Oh, okay. So he put up some points.
His sophomore year, and then the second one, I think it was like his fifth or sixth year, like 16. After that, it was like 8, 9.
Yeah, he was a serviceable player.
A role player.
Yeah, he was a role player. Yeah. He wasn't an all-star or nothing like that.
I think it was just playful.
He wasn't an Eagle Dollar role player, but he
played around a bit.
Nah,
he ain't no Eagle Dollar.
But Tim, I didn't hear your answer though. So Tim, you're in this situation and you're in dire straits for money. Y'all scraping the bottom of the barrel. Y'all eating old cheese and cold crackers and bread with mold on it, where you had to scrape the mold off of it and pour a little bit of the syrup that you found at Waffle House off the floor.
God.
Would you let your girl do OnlyFans to help pay for the bills for just maybe say 3 months.
Man, absolutely not, man. Nah, I'm real big on morals.
You gonna be hungry though.
There's so many other ways to make money than OnlyFans. That even though, you know what I'm saying, granted, nice looking woman, but there's so many other like this right here, podcasting, man. It's the internet, man. There's so many ways you can.
That's like if women said, the same thing, you want your man to go out there and sell drugs or rob people. Like, do you really want him to go out there and do that? Yeah, it'll bring you some money. It could bring you a lot of money, but it could also ruin his reputation.
Right.
They're going to answer like, well, OnlyFans isn't illegal. So
it's not illegal, but it's all. That's the thing. Just because cigarettes ain't illegal. Liquor ain't illegal. Porn isn't illegal. But if you sell porn, I don't want you coming to Muffins for Mom and Donuts for Dad. Like, I don't.
He ain't trying to do no analyzing job with ESPN or something. TNT. I know he can analyze. I mean, he played the game for me. He can analyze somewhere.
He probably doesn't have those communication skills.
Yeah, he got ask communication.
He shouldn't need those skills if he made $5 million in 1 year.
Yeah,
several times.
Yeah.
Like, what did you spend your money on? Her calculations. Did you spend your money on her lighting and her videos back in the day?
Porn.
Probably.
Porn, yeah. Buying her
porn. That's how he met her.
Those ain't cheap, dog.
Say he made like $2 million, $2.5 million out of 12 years. He made at least 30 mil.
Yeah, I don't.
At least.
How do you lose that much more money? Unless you just make bad business deal and porn, I guess. Yeah. You have an addiction and maybe drugs. Maybe drugs too.
And you just you spend money on shit that doesn't appreciate over time. You live in a house that is outside. You feel like because you got paid $2 million, you have to go buy a $2 million house.
No.
And you don't think about the upkeep on how much a $2 million house would cost.
Right.
I was watching the game. This dumbass nigga Malik, $40 million kid, went and bought a house for $40 million. Had to get it back.
Yeah, that just makes no sense. I don't understand how you make that much money and just lose it.
Not being smart,
being around that long. I understand somebody being in the league for 3 years.
That's exactly how you end up marrying a porn star when you in that life too damn much.
Yeah.
He wanted what everybody else wanted, and he got it. And this is his prize.
You did not invest not $1. That's crazy.
Because we think investments are just the material things. Investments are the people. And this is the woman that you chose to invest in.
Yeah.
It looks like much like...
He may not understand what he's upset about. Because if, let's say she's taking pictures only on OnlyFans, she probably figures, well, the whole damn world then seen not just still shots of her, but live action of her. So... what the hell is the big deal, especially if I'm not fucking somebody on camera? Like if I'm just taking pictures, I masturbate, whatever it is she's doing, in her warped ass thinking, she may think that there's nothing wrong with that because she's already been out here for the streets so far gone, further than that. So shit, she was a 10. She done dialed it back to a 2. So in her mind, she might be like, what the hell is this nigga mad about? I'm out here showing my titties, trying to make sure we don't lose the house. You know what I'm saying? And she should have told him. It doesn't make it right. But in the big scheme of things, I'm sure that she's probably thinking, shit, I was out here doing this, having sex for money with all these people, even if it was my job. The fact that I'm now on screen showing somebody some shit like the little people in the peep show with a quarter, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? She's not out there still having sex with people for money. Now she's showing off her body for money, but she's still doing it to try to maintain whatever it is that they have going on. So I'm sure in her mind, she probably don't think there's nothing wrong with that shit.
I get it. It's probably a blow for his ego because when they got together, he probably in his mind got with her because I want you to stop doing this. I'm going to give you this life. I'm going to burn through my millions on you so that you don't ever feel like you have to fuck another man, another he-man, another she-man, another group of people on camera ever again. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna trick off on you.
That's
I'm gonna trick off on you for the next 7 years. And that's why I'm gonna be only worth $100,000 in 2023. And that would lead her. And again, like Sparky was saying, perspective-wise, okay, well, I'm not fucking nobody. I'm just showing my body now because you literally eliminated the means of which I used to take care of myself by me allowing myself to marry you. So now that the money isn't there like it used to be, I'm going to try to do something that is a part of what I know. And all I know is hoes.
That's probably the other flicks. That probably flicks into his ego. It's like, I took this woman off the streets. I took this woman away from mixing with all these guys. So now I'm a super guy because I was able to get away from that lifestyle. Now she going back in that lifestyle. That probably is more deflating than anything now.
Well, DJ Khaled, congratulations. You done played yourself.
Y'all both down to the same damn net worth. And she ain't even had to leave her bedroom.
That's sad. That's really sad.
Y'all bedroom, my bad. And if I was him, I'd be more mad because it's like, bitch, you know, I need some money too. We could have had an OnlyFans, like we could have had a couple's OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I looked at it. They said it was 20 minutes that she gave Cameron a massage.
I'm saying, like, you gave Cameron a massage. You could have been massaging me on your OnlyFans. Like, you wouldn't have had to only use toys. You would have like, I'm literally your husband. Like, we are literally, like, spiritually, mentally, emotionally obligated to each other through the binds of marriage.
Right.
If you're doing intimate things and showing it to the world, especially since this is something that you used to be a part of for real, why not bring me in on that? Like, I'm pretty sure he brought her to basketball games and shit. Why not let me be a porno star with you?
Well, he brought her to basketball games and shit. She didn't turn into a player on the basketball team.
I'm pretty sure she juggled some balls.
Man.
Shit, she was juggling balls long before he met her. Shit, she was juggling balls and a whole bunch of other things. Probably.
Because if if you're gonna do it in the same house, why not do it with the person that's there? Like, that's 2 streams of income. Y'all can have 3 streams. You can have your own OnlyFans, his own OnlyFans, and the couple's OnlyFans. Boom, 3 streams of income if y'all so worried about income.
Man, more and more I hear about this conversation, more and more I don't feel sorry for Joe Smith.
I'm saying, like, you played yourself out of position if, like, is it also because his dick don't work? Is it because you up in age?
Oh, man.
Because that could also be an ego blow too. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because as women get older, they don't really decrease in their sexual prowess at all. As we as men get older, we decrease in our sexual prowess, and that's probably playing in his mind too. It's like, she's not a bad looking woman. I'm not paying for it, but yeah, somebody on, you know what I'm saying, someone on the street, oh shit, you're Yasmin Benedict Davis. Yasmin been the fuck out. Like, I can't believe it. Every day before school, I used to you. Oh my God. Back in 1994.
Joe Smith better get on that CMOS.
I used to pop the tape in.
That'd be a good way to sell CMOS.
I don't want to CMOS.
Before CMOS, my girl left me for OnlyFans. CMOS and came back home.
CMOS across her naked body. That's how she's selling it.
All right, guys. We'll leave that part and we'll go to the last segment of the show, the deepest thought. See what is the deepest thought this week. Ooh, I don't want that.
Saquon ain't do nothing. All he did was rob the gas station. Y'all acting like he robbed Walmart or something. Release my nigga. Release my nigga.
You ain't have to put the baby down. Don't sign up. That's the whole moral of this whole episode. Stop signing y'all babies and y'all children up for y'all fuckery.
Just in time for the Christmas season.
It started singing Feliz Navidad.
Right. Release my nigga. Be careful who you marry and who you get with. That seems to be the lesson for today's show.
Martin Luther King Jr. did not die for my sins for this. he did.
All right, guys. That is today's show. This is Hostile Therapy with Big Red, with me, Tim, LT, Lord Trent, and Sparky T. Thanks everybody for coming on to the show today and getting some hostile therapy, not because you want it, but because you need it. And we will see you on the next show. Probably not next week since there's that
holiday. Y'all Thanksgiving, y'all.
Yeah,
that massacre.
Yeah, because of the holiday that's next week.
I feel you, LT.
Yeah, we probably won't be here next week. Well, I'm a massacre.
Happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
They tell me.
They still ain't happy because they ain't getting none of that food we gonna eat.
I'm eating fry bread. I'm eating fry bread and chickpeas and corn.
Shit.
But after Thanksgiving, y'all get on that sea moss.
We'll get back on the
cleanse.
After Thanksgiving, we're gonna get on that OnlyFans. That's what we're gonna do.
Nah, I ain't doing no OnlyFans. I'm gonna try to do it.
Only man.
You gonna get on that Yasmin Penn Davis?
Nah, heck
no. I guarantee you all her videos are trash. I guarantee you if I went to X videos and searched her name, I never do it, but I would leave a comment underneath porn. And I hate people that leave comments underneath porn videos. Those are the most sickest motherfuckers ever. But I'll leave comments. I will.
Before we get off the phone, what in the world y'all think about Will and the accusation with him and Dwayne?
She had it. Wow.
That maybe Dwayne and Will need an OnlyFans.
Is it allegedly?
I'm about to put on a.
Did you say Will and Dwayne need an OnlyFans?
I don't know.
Are these the allegations? Is it allegedly?
Allegedly.
Yeah, the allegations. Either Will's assistant, one of their assistant.
Yeah.
Just came out in.
Yeah, it was Will. I know what you're talking about. His assistant and personal friend. It's like,
yeah,
you know, my friend that
Tasha K, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, he did an interview with Tasha K saying, you know, he walked in and Will was being wheeled.
Being murdered. What was that? Something like that. He was, you know what I'm saying, talking about over exaggerated, like he was getting murdered or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Highly weird, man.
Yeah,
he said highly weird.
Highly weird, man.
Yeah. I'm about to put on a blanket and be like old dude with Britney Spears. Leave Will Smith alone. Leave it alone.
Jada said there will be lawsuits, so they will fight.
Yeah, she said that they was gonna fight it because it was a lie. It's just absurd. She was saying.
Why don't you go slap him? Go find him.
Oh, snap!
Why don't Jada Pinkett go slap this man? Jada Pinkett go slap this man for disrespecting her husband if she really loves her husband. But she don't.
They've been separated for 7 years.
So if they were separated for 7 years, Will Smith still went up there and slapped the shit out of Chris Rock.
Well, that was his dumb ass. He already knew he was separated from her.
Yeah, man.
Like he already knew they were separated, had an open marriage, whatever was going on. That had been for years at that point. What the hell you go up there and slap him for?
Then I'm guessing the sex dude. I mean, I don't know when the Dwayne Martin and Will Smith sex thing was happening, but apparently, I don't.
Are the kids
Willow and Jaden feel about this? Like, how do their kids feel?
Are they embarrassed at this point? They just like whatever.
We're all embarrassed.
I have embarrassment. Like Will Smith is my father. Like I don't want to. I know he didn't want to know Uncle Phil like this.
What the hell with them?
Well,
that makes sense. Uncle Phil was like that.
James A. Was in a relationship with Carl Winslow.
Really?
That's what I.
Yeah, that's crazy. Uncle Phil and Carl Winslow.
Oh, for real? I don't know nothing about this. That's a real thing?
Yeah, and George Jefferson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, George Jefferson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bisexual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you weird, man. Stop. I just want to do comedy. I don't even want to get famous. I don't need YouTube money. That's it, man.
You might come out a little twisted.
Come on, man.
You know, the one we had that was a good one, a straight one. John Amos, he died in a car accident on the show.
They killed him off because he was too strong of a black father, John Amos.
They don't want that.
All right. All right. We're gonna get out of here, guys. And like I said, we probably won't be here next Thursday because, of course, we'll be eating and we'll be sleeping at some point. So the Thursday after that.
LT, what's toast sounds you say?
Oh, I'll be praying for the souls of the Native Americans murdered on that day. I ain't eating shit. I might eat something, but I'm gonna eat it begrudgingly because fuck the Pilgrims.
And your ass is gonna be hungry, so you gonna eat something.
Solidarity. I don't
You can't even do a fast for a day for the Native Americans.
Yeah, because Gandhi did it, but also fuck Gandhi because he was a little racist. So I'm not gonna go the full way that Gandhi did. So like an intermediate 24-hour fast on Thursday, or just till the sun go down.
Okay.
Or just fast from certain things.
Yeah.
Just fast from turkey and dressing and cranberry and all the other shit.
I want to make some authentic Native American dishes.
Corn.
Okay.
What you make? Okay, corn. What else?
Corn, fry bread. I was just watching a video. Y'all ever watch these shits called People Try? It's like people try different foods. They was having tribal people try Native American shit. It's basically, different variations of corn and vegetables, and you just turn it into a soup. Oh, and bison ribs. I'm gonna fuck with that.
Bison?
Bison.
He said bison ribs.
I've had bison burgers, but not ribs.
Bison burgers.
It's like the same thing, the same texture as a lamb rib or a lamb chop.
Okay.
All right. Make sure you bring some for the show next time.
I'm gonna eat. I'll eat it on air, God don't.
All right, y'all. We're gonna head out now. Y'all have a good night.
All right. Peace.
Ooh, that ain't gonna go away.
That was